my my huda bada buda blah. I have to hook up my Switch too, and I have to do the green screen setup. So if you could bear with me for a sec while I get all that set up. There you go. Come backward. Go. Paw. Right. And let me get the lights off, because as you can see, oh, they're bright today. And because of that, I'm colored. Let me get the color off of me here. Let's change the bar under me to the correct hue, which would be reddish for Donkey Kong. There we are. Okay, that's good. And I gotta go hook up the Switch 2, get the controller. Give me a second for that.
Bro, Phil, how do you not have this shit all ready to go? Like, how are you so far behind? Did anybody ask for a mid-2000s Screamo?
Okay. I'm going to use the restroom quickly. Then I'll be right back and we'll start. Give me a sec.
Oh my god. He's really stalling for money, dude. Did he really just leave it? God damn, Phil. Let me turn it up a quick. God damn. I really hope you guys are having a good day, man.
Also remember.
I'll remember.
While I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for a $20 contribution,
Stanky King Dancer.
you can see a special banana-themed animation with a sound effect attached to it as well. So some pretty cool stuff. Today we have all new animations for the record for levels of contribution, or the previous animations now have sound effects attached to them. So every contribution above $4.20 sees an animation with some sound, which is cool. It'd be great to see some of them, but we haven't seen pretty much any of them this morning because I have almost no support. Only $15.
Oh my
So,
god,
sooner we
you
get support, the sooner we
whiny
get some
little
cool new
bitch.
animations here on the stream. All right, here we go. Jasper just jumped up behind me on the chair. Jasper, why weren't you here for the podcast? Why did you jump up on me?
Why
now when I
weren't
got
you
a
here
thing?
for the podcast?
You're late.
Aw, he couldn't
Jasper
milk
Kitty
his
is
cat.
late. Look, there's a big tail. Look at this. Look at this tail right here. Look at this thing.
Look at this tail.
Look, I have a mustache.
Ew. That cat tail has been in a
All right,
litter
yes, Abdullah,
box.
please don't spoil anything. I haven't gotten to levels. Don't tell me about it. Okay. Jasper, you have to get down so I can play Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm sorry. See you later. See you later, Jasper Kitty. All right. All right, ready, guys? Here we go.
Are you ready? I'm gonna play the
Hello,
game
everyone, and
badly.
welcome back to Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have to put the leaderboard at the bottom. My bad. I have it at the top.
Oh, is that what
but
it
I think
is?
for this game, it should be at the bottom. That way we don't block the health bars and the number of coins up there, right? So, welcome back, and we are firmly in World 8. We just got the elephant transformation, which means we can go underground now.
Oh, Lord.
And we can do the entire lava room that we were trying to do, but we couldn't because we couldn't break through the lava. Okay. Here we go. We're supposed to go down and then continue in the lava room.
Oops, excuse me.
Here we go. Alright, no. Oh, my lord. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my lord.
What a great start.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay. So my question is... Ah, here we go, look. Okay. So all we're gonna do, I guess, is inhale and throw lava. Okay.
Holy shit. I think Phil might be a Tardsky, bro. I think he's pretty much confirmed at this point, actually.
We sucked the key out of the tornado. All right.
That's the only thing in that house getting sucked.
Okay, now we can do this. Elephant Bonanza heating up. Okay.
That it was pretty clever on my part, I thought.
It even took items towards you. Okay, that's cool. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, really? A suck sounds like a vacuum cleaner? You fucking idiot.
Oh, banana.
Obviously, we're gonna go over there and get the secret banana that's probably over there.
We're gonna go get that secret banana.
He's gonna fucking fail, bro. He fails at everything. Look at him. He's gonna fall in the gap.
Well, what?
Knew it.
He fell off the platform. Great.
Because you suck, Phil.
I'm gonna be honest, I think this is the worst transformation. I actually think this is the worst transformation. It's so boring. All you do is run around sucking the lava and then you throw it. Like, there's nothing to it at all. There's no challenge. It's just...
There's no challenge.
Boring. I don't like this transformation
It's
at all.
insanely boring.
Every other transformation has been better.
Man, all he does is complain.
Wow. There's nothing to it.
There's
You know what I mean?
nothing
At least
to
with the
it.
zebra, okay, you got to run fast over certain platforms in a certain time period. There's a challenge to that. With the ostrich, you got to fly and glide and hit platforms. Here's just suck. Just keep sucking and sucking and sucking. It's boring.
Aren't you still in, like, the tutorial stage? Like, what?
Well, look, there's the fossil. Okay, the giant fossil acquired. And then I got hit by an enemy. Suck him up.
Oh my god, bro. Phil, what the fuck?
Is that what I was supposed to be doing over there? I think so. I need help. I don't know where to get it. Nothing optional, right? I don't see any other items here.
You okay?
Good
didn't mean to fall
lord,
off the
Phil.
platform. He walked
You
over the edge by
fucking
himself. I was just trying to
suck.
suck down,
He
and then
walked
I was
by
gonna walk after the thing I
himself.
cleared, and
He
just
walked
right
by himself, ladies and gentlemen. Did you just hear what this guy said? He walked by himself off the cliff. I think Phil might be dum-dum.
off. That's where I'm supposed to be going, I think.
Oh, is it? Dude, imagine choosing to play this over Mario Kart. This fucking guy. Peter, stop.
Optional
Come,
gold
get in here.
challenge.
It's an optional challenge. Smashing for gold.
Nerd. So, did you guys know that Rich put out a Mutahar video? Oh my god. This guy goes on for like 10 to 15 minutes about how Mutahar is wrong. But it's just like an entire video about Rich's own life. You had not heard that? You still haven't seen that video yet? You guys want to check it out? Because honestly, I'm kind of bored of this. There it is. Okay. Go down to videos. There it is. Bro.
Or it's going to be on the Lenovo Legion. A new hole.
It's a new hole.
I'm a fucking engineer.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer.
I just wanted
bro,
some
that's what's
sauce
up.
on those zingers.
You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a couple shameless plugs. I will be streaming
God
today
damn, Rich is
later
fat
this
as hell.
afternoon after this video is uploaded at 5 p.m.
He
Eastern
insists that
Daylight
he's
Time.
losing weight.
Make sure to come through and check out
But
my
look at
stream.
how
We're going to be
fat
talking
that
about a
head
bunch
is.
of interesting things, including some ordinary gamers. Also, this week, I will have up a new video on my ASMR channel called Tech 25.
Bro, why does it look like he shaved one of his eyebrows? It looks like he shaved his right eyebrow. Does it not? You're down 10 pounds? Well, Rich is magically down 675 pounds in just 2 days. So how do you feel now?
I have ASMR. I'm thinking Wednesday, but probably Thursday. But there's
Nobody
a
wants
chance
to
I
hear
could
a
get it
fat
up
man
Wednesday,
struggle to breathe
and it
into a
should be very
microphone.
interesting. It's either going to be a sequel to my gaming history video, or it's going to be on the Lenovo Legion Go. So again, Tech 25 ASMR, link below in the description and top pin comment. So when it comes to stuff like this, even on a previous
Taking
channel that I was on that you
dabs.
may know, I learned later on
my
that
God.
instead of jumping on the story and riding the drama wave, which I was very guilty of doing for many years, I learned
Oh,
later
God,
on
you
that
guys are in for
wait
it. Just
and
wait.
see
Just wait.
see where some of the dust settles. I'm sure this story
See
is going
what
to
I
have
mean?
another chapter.
Bro, look, there is so much more hair on this side than there is on this side. He clearly shaves this side of his face.
To
Why?
it regarding some ordinary gamers, and see
Oh,
what
here
happens.
comes the irony.
Maybe some truths will come out that will make the damning evidence against said person. Maybe it's not as bad as it seems. Now, if you don't know some ordinary gamers, he's a YouTuber who
'cause
goes
people
over
don't
current
know
events,
Mutahar.
drama, tech stuff. He also talks
the
about
music too loud?
Linux, and he's an engineer, supposedly.
Yeah,
Now, a
like
video by
you're
a YouTuber
supposedly
named
a
Nick
technician.
Andros, who is not a big fan of some ordinary gamers. He
No
released a
music?
video, and it was really
good.
damning, essentially accusing some ordinary gamers of being Catch Me If You Can. The dude from there. You ever watch that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where he has a whole bunch of jobs and everyone believes him, but he's really a fraud?
Nah.
Allegedly, that might be Mutahar. Because
Wait, are you
according to
talking
him,
about
he
Wolf
is
of
a
Wall
day
Street?
trader, computer engineer, all of the above.
Wait, is he talking about Wolf of Wall Street? Was Leonardo DiCaprio in multiple movies about him being a day trader where he gets caught by the FBI or something like that?
While
that's
he
the
is
case,
a
that's funny.
YouTuber doing daily videos and doing
Oh, it's
exposés
another
on
movie?
other
Okay.
internet personalities, like he's working for 60 Minutes. Well, anyway, here's him throughout the years saying he's an engineer with absolutely nothing to show for it.
But Rich,
Take a
you
look.
can't even.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube.
But Rich, you went and made a whole YouTube channel called Rich of Review Tech, and you didn't review tech. Come to find out, you couldn't even build computers, and you had your father doing it for you. You're just as much of a fraud as he is. Hypocrite. Fucking hypocrite.
YouTube is not my job. 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 YouTube is not my job.
I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay? Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home, I cut together the video that I recorded the night, you know, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a therapeutic, fun thing for me.
I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer. So I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer. I'm a paid engineer. I'm a engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, being an engineer, I don't have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer. My engineer asked, but as an engineer, so I'm just a dumb. Like I can tell her, like I'm an engineer. But I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the #1 engineer as an engineer. As an engineer. All right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. Engineer.
A fraud. Now, there are other interesting clips in that video. He was a video editor. He was a video engineer. That he was a software engineer. Then he is a day trader. Then he talks about, in one breath, granted different clips at different times, how when he works at the office, he is very serious and deadpan. And then there was another clip where he was talking to somebody. He's talking about doing fun jokes and stuff like that while he's at work, which is not deadpan. So now, in and of itself,
I think
here
Rich
is
might
the
be
thing,
retarded.
okay?
Like, more retarded than Phil.
I have been on the other side of this, the drama side of this, where
Lord,
there was
here
a
we
bunch
go.
of ire at me.
There was
And
a bunch
lot
of
people
ire at
look
me.
for gotcha moments. Okay, especially when you live stream. I live stream on this channel all the time. Another reason you should subscribe.
Shameless plug.
It's not you're
from
not
a fat
lying,
loser.
but
you are
maybe
lying.
you had a
All you
different
do is
stance
lie.
on something, and you have a different take on it as time goes on, and you give a different take than you had a year ago or 2 years ago, and you weren't lying then, and you aren't lying now. And a lot of people look for a gotcha moment with that, which is BS. And I've talked about this before. It's just people looking to damage your credibility.
Oh
The
my
reason why
God.
with
The
Mutahar that
hypocrisy of this
people are
fat
really
loser.
holding him to task over this is it's not the same, but it really kind of is. There's a dude, for example, that I watch called Grant Harding, and he also has an ASMR channel that I really enjoy called Farm ASMR. And he's a licensed pharmacist in 3 or 4 states. That's what he says. Now, if I found something out that would say that he's not, yes, that would change my entire opinion on his content. Yes, that would even make me unsubscribe, because when you're making the foundation of the content you're producing on your expertise, which Mutahar we know has done, then it ends up being fake, and it's not true, and there's no basis for the claims that you make. Like, if Grant said he was a pharmacist and he wasn't, or Mutahar says that he's a software engineer or video engineer or video editor and he's none of the above, and they were using that for a reason, trust my opinion more than someone else's on this topic, because, and again, Grant.
But Rich, you literally did that and tried to do that with consoles. So much so that you got called out by Sony, and the president of fucking Sony called you an idiot. You're an absolute moron.
Harding is an actual pharmacist. I was using him as an example. But if Grant Harding came out like, yeah, we found an info, he's not really a pharmacist, or if you're watching Muda's videos because you think because of his education, he can give you a more valid take or have a more educated opinion, and that's not the case, and you were selling yourself as this professional that could give a deeper dive into technology subjects, for lack of a better word, or things when it comes to software coding or engineering,
Rich,
because of your education and background and your expertise and your true 9-to-5 job, as Mutahar always likes to say, is like, oh, I come home and I scratch my junk and play a game from work. Or he says he's also a day trader. If you say all these things, and this is the reason that people are tuning into you as opposed to someone else because they think that your take will give them more information because of the knowledge that you possess, that you claim to possess, and you really don't. Come on, dude. This is not, I mean, look, am I saying that what Mutahar did is on Dr. Disrespect levels? No, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
No, it's on your level.
But it's still really
lying.
bad. This isn't like he
perpetual
was
victimhood.
17 and was just saying something dumb to impress people. He's been saying this as I showed a clip that those clips were put together again by Nick Andros of throughout the years. Trust my opinion. I'm an engineer. Trust my opinion. Don't trust Elon Musk. Trust my opinion. I'm an engineer. And then in the end, you have nothing to show for it. And the weirdest thing is, if you go to Mutahar's channel now, he hasn't uploaded in 5 days.
Dun, dun,
Keemstar tried to call Mutahar, and he ducked him on this phone. Like, they talk, but he's like, I'm busy now.
Hey, we're on stream, just so you know. I basically want to know, what is this drama about? You lied about being an engineer and stuff.
The person just called me like off stream. I don't understand in the middle of something.
Here.
I could call you off stream, but I just thought maybe like if it's.
Hold on, I gotta take care of stuff. So I didn't know I was on stream.
So you want me to call you off stream?
Yeah, later. I'm just in the middle of something.
All right, sounds good.
Now, if someone was coming out with me and making up a false accusation about me and it was spreading and I could prove that it was false, or I was, or if I was comfortable and be like, look, man, I have evidence. I'm going to stream and show it. I would have been like, hey, Keem, guess what? They're full of crap. I could prove all of them wrong. I'm getting stuff together to prove them wrong. Make sure you tune into it. And Mutahar is not a quiet guy. So for him to be shutting down and not uploading YouTube videos is
the irony.
It's not a good look. And for him to not be addressing this instead of saying, look, it's BS, I'm definitely an engineer,
Rich,
is
that's
not
you.
a good look at all. And even worse on top of that, people have proven, allegedly proven, let's say, that he is filtering out the word engineer on his YouTube channel. If you go there and say something about being an engineer, it disappears. It has been checked by multiple people. Now, look, this situation can change, and I'm hoping, even though the reality is, I'm hoping against hope at this point, that this is not true about Mutahar.
Did he get fatter in between
but
takes?
learn a lesson at this point that look, this situation can filtering out the word.
Dude, did he get fatter
engineer
between takes? Look at this.
On his YouTube channel. If you go there by multiple, the reality is, look, this situation, it did change, and I'm checked
Bro,
by
he got
the
fatter
reality
between
people.
takes.
I'm hoping this situation, it disappears, and I'm checked by the
he got fatter
people.
between
now, look,
takes,
this
bro.
situation can change, and I'm hoping, even though the reality is, I'm hoping against hope at this point that this is not true about Mutahar. But learn a lesson from my mistakes in the past before, from what you're seeing with Mutahar, with Becky. That's going to be a video coming in the future too. That if you're trying to
the buffet line is a
sell
hell of a
lie
drug.
on here, eventually people
You're
are going to
absolutely
debunk you.
right, bro.
For as many flaws as I had with my previous channel, it wasn't built on lies.
Excuse me?
And
excuse the fuck out of me? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was built on lies. It literally was. You told Jay that you didn't care about your friendship. Right? That friendship was a result of building that channel with you for like a decade. It literally was built on a foundation of lies. You used Jay, dude. And not only that, you got caught viewbotting. What else have you done that you got away with? Like, fuck no, dude. No.
And when you do build something on lies, eventually someone's going to find out. And maybe there'll be something that pops up with Mutahar that will change the course of the narrative that's going on right now.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
But the bottom line is, if there isn't, this is why you don't make up something to get people to watch you. Because eventually you're going to be exposed. And then what are people going to watch you for? if I claimed I was a doctor giving medical advice, and then people found out I wasn't a doctor, which I'm sure.
But you literally claimed that you knew about technology and you knew nothing about technology. What the fuck are you talking about, Rich? Like what? Like what? Dude, the what? Like get the fuck out of here,
would
man.
Also face legal repercussions as well. I don't think they would watch me anymore. Something to think about, Muda. If you're claiming to be a technology professional and a software engineer and an engineer, and you're none of the above, or maybe you were a college dropout at best, yeah, that's not a good look. And why would people take your content as seriously as they did before? There's a lot of phonies on this platform, man.
Like you.
And Becky Boop, you're my next video. And man, oh man, I'm going to have a lot more to talk about with that one. Maybe I'll get Lebroski involved with that as well.
Oh, Lord.
This is Rich tomorrow.
Oh, God. Dude, why? Get his dick out of your ass, bro. Like, what the fuck? You talk about him. You're constantly watching his content. You're gushing over him when he's in your chat. Dude, take his dick out of your ass. You're so... Right?
Signing out. And word of advice, if you make a YouTube channel, don't be fake. Because even if you get away with it for a very long time, eventually it will catch up with you and bite you in the ass. Sub to my ASMR channel. Have a good one.
What was that face? What was that face at the end?
ASMR channel. Have a good.
What was that face at the end? Did you just have a diabetic like coma shock? He's like, duh, duh, duh.
Good one.
The edibles are kicking in. More than likely, yeah. My edibles haven't kicked in yet, though. No, I don't want to watch that. Fuck. All right.
Or it's going to be on the Lenovo Legion Go. So, again.
Okay, let's go back and watch the beginning of Rich's stream from yesterday. Because I know he was saying
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
There is, I think I got film. I did this. I mean, it's Phil couldn't be any more ruined over beating off than he already is, and most of it's by his own fucking doing.
Why are you so obsessed with him jerking
Instead of being
bro?
like, yeah, I jerked off. It is what it is. There's one other thing I want to do too. They sell a film. I do this. This TV is already kind of anti-reflective, the big ass one. But
Rich, you know what else they sell? Gym memberships. You know what you should do? Get one.
They have a film that would completely mitigate the reflection, kind of like the smaller monitor. But the problem is,
round of applause for Thak, guys.
Why is it saying
Make sure he rolls a good joint.
Oh, dude, there's Lebroski. There is.
Oh, Lebroski. Ooh.
Look at how he gets.
No, I had to have.
Ocean water.
Where's Carlos? The bird is right fucking here. You 16th month member, son of a bitch. Thank you.
What the fuck?
He's right here blocking the wire
You
that I thought I did.
16th month son of a bitch.
All right, 1080p 60.
Your son's a bitch.
User tries to get wings back and fails miserably. All right, I got Lebroski. So we'll start with. And the guy's. They're trying to get wings back because the show is failing. I don't think it's. Unless it's not, I don't watch it anymore. Is Locale Live still doing okay? If it is, it is. I'm not going to just make up shit. Shades World, thank you for being a cheap ass. I appreciate you. Listen, I'll say we're going to go more into Mudahar later. Now that I
Ocean water.
30 months, holy shit.
Bro, Rich was saying some bullshit.
I forgot about that. Listen, 30 months first and foremost. Thank you.
Complaining and making a speech about 220 Agaang.
Bro,
listen, Bounce and Boom by Box Bottom and Vim2 Ed. What the fuck are you talking about? But thank you. Dad Phil is complaining about 220 again. Listen, I'm an engineer. Slap the soundboard. That I can do for you.
Okay, I'm gonna lower.
Oh, you got a fart. I was going to say that's weak, but you got a quality fart there. Caldo had member for over 2 motherfucking years. JDTV, how are you? I am a man. You are a man.
I think he sped up his VOD, bro.
Ocean water.
I am a man. You are a man.
Listen.
Bob Lavari is a man. Listen, I'm an engineer while in the Air
To
Force,
Rich?
while making YouTube content full time. Trust me.
Oh God!
Donated $5 through Super Chat.
I hate his sound
with
bites.
Mutahar. I thought he was a big cybersecurity engineer that always give good advice. Can I believe in you?
Nope.
No. Because Rich is a fucking liar, bro. A Weasley little liar, dude.
Yes, I can, JD.
Yes, I can. I can.
Bob is here. Here is the new reaction setup. So Bob is there. He'll be with us throughout the stream. He's a man. I'm sure because the smaller screen, I'm going to keep changing what's on it. So Bob will make a...
Listen, do a Rich tries it with the new Wednesday meal at Wendy's and tell us how much you like the secret sauces rubbed all over your holes.
You really want to hear? You really want to hear this in your ear?
6 months with the best retardation on YouTube. Big breasts.
Thank you. That is very true.
Top bunking. The 3-part
That's
being
Rich,
man.
bro. Why would you want to hear that?
Yeah, dude. He's really an e-beggar, huh?
You? Yes.
Any of the... I mean, he hasn't necessarily taught any of these motherfuckers.
Any of these bleh.
Cat Jam donated $5 through Super Chat. Kim called me a bum for sending a $2 SC stating he paid off Richie. I'm not a bum. I'm an engineer.
Well, listen. Are you sure you're an engineer? Yeah, listen. Only listen to me. I'm holding off on mods for now. I'm gonna
yeah,
do
he
some
found
more
a
mods.
mole.
The rest of it, like there's enough here right now.
He found
and
a
there'll
mole
be more
in his
showing
chat.
up later. I just don't want to get in the situation. Don't take it personally.
But he still keeps Lost in Gaming around.
Joseph Lennon donated $5
Disgusting.
through Super Chat. I had you a blue sky message. Phil was drawing eggplant emoji and Donkey Kong on stream.
It was blue sky.
Keldo Head, thank you for gifting a membership. Of course he was. And then this is the guy who'll see a pair of he'll see cleavage and a pair of breasts and he'll have a panic attack. Make it make sense, dude. Make it make fucking sense because it doesn't make sense in the slightest.
He's such a fucking ugh.
No, I didn't see it.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I had to do another mod purge. There were people that have been like multi-year viewers that were getting banned.
Ocean water.
I wonder why.
Ocean water. Why did it say? I don't know if. Oh, that means I got a stream.
Oh fuck.
JDTV donated 5 Swiss francs through Super Chat. I don't know if you saw this. Yesterday on a WWE show, someone had a DSP sign with Phil's fat face on.
Dude, I don't stream for like
in the DM.
3 days and change. I feel like, well, it is 2025 in the United States, so politics or not, you miss a day, it's like missing like 6 months in a normal timeline. No, why did I get an ocean water?
In a normal timeline. Can you explain multiversal theory to me, you fat fucking donkey? I bet you can't. I bet you can't, you fucking
Will
weirdo.
Williamson donated £4.99 through Super Chat. I'm an engineer. YouTube is not my job. I dance naked to Boy George. I fart when I come.
See, there's something mentally wrong with these people. Like, genuinely, I believe they were dropped on their head.
Listen, here is what I'll say about Muda. We're going to go more over him tonight.
Right?
The internet is the internet. I'm interested to see where the chips fall.
Oh, is that the case,
now,
Rich?
Even if he has a lot of know-how, and Keemstar burps in my ear.
Donated $5 through Super Chat. I hear Muta's a high-level engineer in Team Fortress 2.
Maybe if I'm going to look at the whole picture and be unbiased, because I don't dislike Mutahar. You know what I mean?
It's not being
Maybe
biased.
he's thinking of a very, like, receipt-filled formulated response.
Oh,
but
like
it is
you?
bizarre that he hasn't uploaded for
Like
5 days.
you,
Not that I'm
Rich?
a big watcher of his content. I'm not saying that to try to be negative or positive.
2025. Blah, blah, blah. You should
But he
really
may be
blah,
like, yo,
blah,
here's
blah.
this
Shut the
job.
fuck
Let's
up.
see. Let's see if he comes forward and says that. The thing about it is,
What's up, big guy?
and there's a lot of people who said, Rich, maybe he's just he's taught himself. Like, yeah, I get it, man. Like, technically, I was in an IT gig that I wasn't qualified for.
He told you.
But the thing about it is that
I
when you
told
say
you. I fucking told
what he was
you.
essentially saying, let me be careful with my wording here, that he would basically man, I'm getting hit up nonstop. He would be like, I'm an engineer. So when he would say that, it's like my opinion holds a lot of weight because I have a know-how here that another person talking about this subject may not have. Juicy Booch, I see you. And when you base your content on that, and then you get put to task about your credentials, and you're not showing anything, it's still a problem. Even if he could code blindfolded. You know, it's like someone coming forward and saying they're a lawyer who may be really familiar with the law, but they never passed the bar.
Oh,
again,
so
like I said,
Nick
Grant Harding.
Rekieta?
I watch his YouTube. I watch his ASMR stuff too. I like his stuff because it's not like, you know, no one's trying to like feel like they're chewing on my earlobe. I hate that kind of ASMR. That's like him saying, because he says, I'm a licensed pharmacist in 3 states.
He's fat.
What up, Laura? How are you, man?
And then people found out
Whoa,
that he isn't.
buddy. We have a fat
like
donkey
you built your entire
in
platform
the building.
talking about prescriptions and medications because you understand it, that you have a degree, that you were educated in it.
Oh,
and then that whole thing is just thrown out the window for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you built this foundation, like, trust me, bro, essentially, literally.
But
and
so
then it's like, oh, we
you.
can't trust you, you know? Now, he may come out, maybe he's doing that. Look, here's where I've worked. Here's why I've done video editing. Strange to me, in my personal opinion, that he's kind of...
Dude, so his Rich.
Oh, you hate ASMR? Then you would love my ASMR channel. Video coming this week.
Video coming this week. You're gonna listen to me
Or,
talk like a
Richard
fatso
Simmons. Rest in
and
peace to
breathe
Richard
into
Simmons,
the
or
mic like
Mutahar,
this.
as
Watch.
Phil would say.
This is Rich doing ASMR. That's Rich doing ASMR. Never listen to it. It's cancer. It's literal death on the ears, bro.
Even if you have a job in the field.
It's terrible.
Now, I know the argument that some people have made trying to defend him, like...
Oh my
Phil
fucking
Spencer
god,
donated
I ought to
$5
slap
to
the
Straight
shit
Cat.
out of you.
Phil banned me the other day for saying that he perfected the type of review that reviewer originated. There's plenty of Phil to watch last few days.
What is in those bills, Ocean? Phil banned me the other day for saying that he perfected the type of review
Morbidly
that
obese
originated.
MR.
Dude, you guys got to send me shit then. I have been out of the fucking loop. I've been doing this stuff.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I bet when you're not on stream, you're watching
Oh,
everything
my
that
God.
Phil's doing.
So,
everything.
Ocean water.
It's
Hailbird father
ocean
some bills
water.
in Senate to keep eye out for Coastal Revised in the Blockbeard, both by Marsha Blackburn introduced.
I love dudes. I love hairy asses in my face first.
Yo, what?
Ocean, thank you
Pause?
for letting me know about
No.
that. Appreciate you being a member.
What the fuck is wrong with this man?
Listen, man, if you ain't into if you're into ASMR, check it out. If you ain't into it,
If
then
you're not
just
into
not into it.
ASMR,
You know, I appreciate the support, but
Nobody wants to hear.
this needs Minecraft
Nobody
music.
wants to hear you, bro.
Yeah, dude, I feel like Sean. I do dead ass though. I feel like. So
Why-
wait,
you're
your
like
fiance bought you the same
60.
thing you got, Lena?
How are you so old? He's
Yeah, I had an
older
audio
than
in
his
here.
fuck.
A Me Canyon video about pirate software, which is one of the most bizarre downfalls I've seen since I've been doing this, and I'm including mine. Like, it's Supersonic Star gifted a membership. Thank you very much.
Bro, what? Rich, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you did different care packages.
Ugh.
Well, intro's guy's ass. It's a challenge to. He sent me some fresh farts too that were impressive.
Wait a god. Did you just say another grown fucking man is sending you farts? But this guy's completely normal and does nothing strange, guys. Disgusting. Just simply fucking disgusting.
But hasn't BetterHelp, like, I don't know. I've been out of the loop with BetterHelp since fucking 2018. But I thought I heard, like, they even had spots on the Howard Stern show fairly recently. I heard it like 2 years ago.
I bet he sits there
So
with his
there's
little
that.
blanket.
Maybe they changed.
Mommy, I'm watching the Howard Stern show.
Muda
Can
is
you
an engineer.
bring me
Trump isn't
some
in the Epstein
pizza
files. Phil
rolls?
perfected the food review. Bob Lavari is in the top bunk. We're going to just have to go to duty first.
If you got to go duty, please go to the bathroom. Please don't do it on stream.
Yeah, I thought it improved.
We
I
already
thought the
know
whole
you
shit show
sharded
with like
yourself
Philip
once,
DeFranco
bro. So he
and
got in a
everything was
debate
kinda
with 8-Bit Eric.
a moot point. I could
and
be
he
wrong.
kind of
though.
like sharded himself.
I haven't paid attention to them.
And
Luckily,
then they
'cause
made
I would've
fun
thought
of
that
him on
was a good
stream
idea.
for it. And he's like, that's
If
not
I
what
would've missed the email,
happened.
I would- but I
That's
would've been
not
like, oh,
what
cool, that sounds like a
happened.
great idea. If someone needs help, they could get a therapy session.
I wish I could
Ocean
find
water.
that clip.
Listen, send me pictures of your behind from 3 different angles. It's for research purposes.
Well, it's
See?
flat, so you'd only need one
It's
angle.
so goddamn weird. They're
I have a
begging
flat,
him
fat
for
ass. Thank
nude
you for being a
pictures of
member
his
for
butt
5
like he's
months.
Wings
I
of
appreciate
Redemption
that.
looking in the mirror or something.
Thank you,
Disgusting.
Thank you.
Fucking gross, bro.
All right, so let's see. $220 allegation. Oh my God.
Oh my
So,
fucking God.
What is
Rich.
with these thumbnails? You know, he's losing his mind with AI. Like, I guess you could
He's
say I
losing
am
his
too.
mind.
What do you guys think of this kind of new thing here? At least Bob's looking beautiful near the
You
sunset.
just copied other people's layouts.
I tried to
bro.
make sure the screen was big enough. I tried to make sure I was big enough.
Why don't you put your chat on screen? Is it because they say some really gay things? Is it because it would make you look
He crashes out
extremely
hard in this
bad?
clip right here. Why is there birds?
Why does this guy not put his chat on the screen?
All right.
I do.
DSP coping over.
Everyone
where have
else
all my
does.
whales going? All right, we'll start with this one. I must have started what? Yes, I remember the birds, but I never finished it. So we'll start with Phil as always, and then I don't even know where to begin. There's just so fucking much. So let's just go.
There's just so much.
This is so
Yo, the way that Duty makes his videos transformative is amazing. It is. Just put fucking gifs of birds. Listen, just it's transformative birds.
It's transformative.
This fucking guy.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money.
The green screen was cool, but it got cheesy.
He has to be. No
it
way
wasn't
he
something
isn't,
that I could
bro.
keep doing for streams and videos and stuff like that. It wasn't. I mean, I
It's
wish there
because
was
you
a
were
way-
so fat, your green screen didn't work.
No, it's still not even practical to do it just for reacting.
Bro, he was so fat that the edges of the green screen wouldn't work.
Stop losing weight. You look different. I don't think I look different. Jesus Christ.
Rich,
But yes, I have
you need
lost
to
weight
continue to lose weight because your head's so fat you look like a thumb.
I love how he has tit dirt like Tourette's guy. I just noticed that now.
I'm DSP, and this is the level.
It just
He
random
did
birds.
stop losing weight, yeah.
It's just like, look, he has like the weather. He has, of course, I'm sure AI made this. I know Duty ain't paying for anyone to make that for him. He just has poorly chroma keyed out birds. You can see the green from the green around him. Juicy Boots, you cheap bastard. Yeah, I got to do something with like right here. I'm trying to figure it out. I do have those Govee lights. I might do it. The problem is there's one thing I really need to do. It's fucking $180. But not that this screen is reflective. It is anti-reflective. But
Bro,
it still
I
reflects
heard
enough that it
there
bothers
were
me.
people like accusing Rich of stuff during this stream.
There's something you can get for it. Like I said, it's 180
We watched
bucks.
a
I
little
don't know.
bit of it
Thank you,
last
Mark,
night.
for being a cheap ass.
But just
Appreciate
the
you.
end of it.
And then it could ruin. My problem with it is I think it could ruin the TV if I don't like it. So then I'm stuck with it. So we'll see. I'll figure something out. I tried
You won't
changing the
figure
angles
out
of the lights,
shit.
and that failed miserably.
You'll
so.
go beg
Podcast
your
for
dad
Sunday,
to do it for
the
you.
third
Lower
of
leg,
August,
thank you.
2025.
Because you're a
Hopefully
loser.
today we'll get the regular crowd. And what I mean by that is that yesterday I came back from 2 days off, but I came back on a Saturday. And typically I don't stream on Saturday. It's actually a rare thing if I
Hugo,
do.
thank you for being a cheap
Saturday
ass.
has been my
Appreciate
day off pretty regularly now for a while, probably about a year. And I've honestly liked having Saturday as my day off.
you. Going for the gay hairstylist look. I'm liking it. That's what someone wrote down
Says
here.
the dude
Starship
that like
John is a cheap ass. Joined in a cheap ass club. Appreciate you.
never forget that Rich like brags about gay men finding him attractive. Never forget.
Shout out to my cheap asses.
Oh,
you know I keep
God.
it real with you.
For various different reasons.
I keep it
But
real,
I was
yo.
here yesterday.
What's
Fellow
up?
So many of you were
children.
not.
Dead
I'm
ass,
curious if
yo.
today would
I
be any
do it
different because Sunday is
for
typically the day
real.
when I
That's the
there's
energy he
despair.
gives off, dude.
Nothing Sonic Super. Like, imagine I started the majority of my streams. I mean, there's moments where real life things happen, and you know, if it's something that serious, I'll be like, guys, this is why I have to leave, or this is why I won't be streaming for a couple weeks or something.
Oh, please
This is
don't
every
stream
day.
for a
It's like
couple
I'm disappointed.
weeks. Oh,
We didn't
God,
get the
please
support.
Don't stream for a couple weeks.
I
Bro,
should.
You need to
How much
drop
would that, dude?
Becky
I could probably get a
video.
cardboard
If you're
cutout
gonna
of
do
it that wouldn't
do
be
it.
expensive. Could you imagine?
God, I want to laugh at that shit. It sounds so stupid and funny.
Now, I didn't think Phil's hair was too bad until there was like, all right, they're just looking for a reason to complain. Then he
Bro, how are you going to talk about Phil's hair when you had to dye your beard and you still look old?
turned to the side, and where the fade is, it's like all fucked up. Phil, you need to pick another place besides curls and twirls, son.
I do stream, but I noticed a distinct drop-off of attendance and support, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. There's many factors, and of course, everyone wants to have a different take or a different spin on it. Oh, didn't you know?
Like, what is the sword? What is... Not that I have any issue with the screen. Plenty of podcasters and stuff use the Govee screen. Of course, the fucking bird. Alex Roberts, thank you for gifting a membership.
Bro, it's funny. Phil and the bird are looking in the same
maybe
direction.
he has a barber. Maybe the barber is a detractor, dude. You never know. You never. But like, if
Your
you look
face
at the side,
is a
you can't see the
detractor,
side because
bro.
the fucking bird.
How are you that ugly and present
That's
yourself
actually,
online?
I won't take another shot, but if I didn't have 6,000 stills of Phil.
If I was as ugly as you, I wouldn't have my camera
All right,
on.
fuck it.
Oh, wait.
That's too good. That may be a thumbnail someday. Of course. Of course, it's licensed.
God,
Travis
that's
donated
disgusting.
$5 through Super Chat. The
You
duality
should feel
of man.
ashamed of yourself.
I'm an engineer, or I worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Again, let's see where the chips fall. It doesn't look good for Mutahar. However, it didn't look good for, I mean, this is not the same thing. He's not being accused of any kind of sexual misconduct, but with a Pro Jared, he has to see a weirdo who liked to dress up in Sailor Moon outfits and show his cock. I've seen his dick while he was wearing a Sailor Moon outfit.
What?
I didn't need to see that. I just didn't. I did not need to fucking see that, but it happened. But all the other shit about him was bullshit. It was just two people looking to ruin his name, and they like just wanted to make a buck off of ruining him. So who knows?
Well, yeah,
he may come forward with stuff and say, "Look, I kept all this behind the scenes because I didn't." But you know, here are my credentials.
But why do you
or
go out of your
maybe
way
it's
to
at face
find
value,
that
and
crap?
he was pushing it to try to make his video seem more valid, and he's not as well educated or certified as he makes it out to be. Who the fuck knows? We'll find out. It's the internet. You know how this shit goes. Phil is posing with a bird. Save as PNG.
The stinky donkey.
God, I haven't thought about Grace Thorpe in a
Bridge.
minute. I wonder what her and her fucking
You think about
psychopath are
Grace
up to.
all the time. You're in love with that woman. You
Yeah,
want
I
to
wish the
marry
bird
that
wasn't
woman.
there.
You're
You
like,
could see
oh
his
my
fucked
God,
up
I
face.
love Grace.
That's Evo weekend. So everyone is watching Evo. No, everyone is not watching Evo. In fact, most of my audience doesn't watch competitive fighting games, so that's definitely not it. Oh, aren't you aware that SummerSlam is a 2-day event this year like Wrestle?
Telltale fan donated $5 through Super Chat. We may not need to see Jared's piece, but we need to see is another episode of DSP Rubs It, Shower Edition. Phil is a man.
You know what's so weird is he would be so abnormally uptight about it now. I mean, he used to get shirtless and do body wash reviews and shit, Telltale fan. Now he's like a really uptight grandma about it, but then he'll draw a cock in Donkey Kong.
Mania, and it started in the end of your first stream, and it kept going to your late, and nobody, no, stop that right now.
Yeah, I would say his Kino arc haircut that he had, I forgot when it was in the arc, was worse.
Seriously, everyone always wants to make excuses, right? Or they want to try to rationalize or justify. It's this simple. Attendance was down yesterday. Now, my trolls.
But why do you have to talk about it? Now, when admittedly, if I'm going to be self-aware here, like when there was that weird, I'm actually surprised at 5:30. There's almost 450 people here, but
There's almost 450
when YouTube did that
people.
change, it was like overnight. I lost like 150 average concurrent viewers here, so I did mention that. But the performance of your streams, just don't, because again, it's like being a desperate salesperson. Just do a good stream. Don't talk about the numbers. No one cares about the numbers watching this, Phil, except you and the detractors. But you get what I mean.
Rich, what the fuck are you talking about?
Stick a DS stylus up my urethra. I guess you
Yo,
like
what the fuck?
Don't want normal viewers to know that. My trolls have been doing stupid stuff like view botting my YouTube streams recently, so you can't actually tell how many people are on a given stream. The good news is YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube recommended his stream to me. I think it was yesterday. He had 3.8K viewers watching. He got botted.
Doesn't count view bots for anything. It's just nonsense and a complete waste of everybody's time. So after the fact, I'm able to check the stats of the stream to see how it's going. And definitely yesterday, it was a slowdown. All right. So I am hoping that it'll pick up today. We'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get more viewers. Hopefully some regulars will return. Because, you know, that is also the distinct thing when you're on a stream and you're like, okay, some of the regulars are here, but where's this person who usually would be on a particular stream and they're just not there. Like, well, something's up then, right? I wonder what the heck's going on.
Nah, people just don't show up every single
Judy
time.
Wasn't exaggerating here. That is kind of a whale call. He's looking for where are the people that give the big bucks? Hey, Phil, why don't you make some actual videos to bring in new people instead of worrying about that?
Not. So we'll have to see how it goes today. Hopefully it'll go well today.
Yeah, I was thinking that, Wes, about Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, in tandem with lower attendance comes lower support. And yesterday, I didn't hit.
See, I don't see. Here is the thing. There are some. It's weird with me. You know, I've talked about.
It's
before.
weird.
Like there are streams where I'm like above average in viewership, and I make less revenue on streams where there's like below average viewership. It's not all the time, obviously. But yeah, so that's not necessarily true either. What he's saying. I mean, of course, if there's more people viewing, that's more people that it's an opportunity for them to super chat and things like that. Of course, like if I had 10,000 people here, obviously. I kicked the speaker over here. Thankfully, it's not where the actual cone is. Of course, if I had 10,000 people here, I'd be making a shit ton more money. But in our viewership range, I mean, even like we're still in the hundreds. Okay, it's not always the case.
A single support goal, not even close. On the first stream of Ludo, we got about $80.
Nah, my next video is going to be on Becky. Drama video.
Oh,
There'll be other
that
shit
what
before
it
there,
is?
but
It's a drama video.
I'll get Dabrowski involved in that one if he wants to be. I should
All
say.
he does is suck
Which
that
honestly
guy
is what
off.
I was expecting. You know, the premiere stream of Ludo only did about 100. I wasn't expecting
Yes,
the
I was
world, but I was expecting to try to finish the game. Once again, seriously, this is so dumb. All right, these online things that estimate the length of games, they're literally always wrong. If you search,
Why do you even care? You never finish a game anyway.
But neither do you. You can't even.
You're
beat
known more
Elden
for
Ring.
not finishing games than finishing games now, Phil. You haven't been. I mean, you used to rage quit. I don't know if it was wage quit back then because you were getting views, but you used to rage quit back then. But I would say it was more than likely you would finish the game. Now it's more than likely that you don't. Bummed about Muda. It's such a pointless lie. I mean, he definitely at best stretched the truth significantly. You know.
right now on Google and you say, how long does it take to beat Ludo? It'll be
Yeah, it's real sweet what they're doing in Texas. They're gerrymandering in Texas, and the Democrats don't want to deal with it. They're trying to make it like they're fucking feud. Dude, this country is nuts.
like, oh, if you're playing it really fast speed, running
yeah,
at 2.5
that's what's
hours,
happening.
or average finish time is like 4.5 hours. So hold on. I'm 5 hours in. I haven't gotten stuck on anything for more than like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes yesterday.
It's how you pace your playthrough, Phil. I would probably be, yeah, I know he has the on-air thing. I would, so CB96, I'm sorry, I just didn't see your super chat came in. My apologies to you. Wait, what the fuck did he say? I had a brain fart, sorry.
5 hours in. I haven't gotten stuck on anything
Okay,
for more than
yeah.
like 5.
Phil, you and I are old men, Okay.
You're
And
an
it's
old
not even
man.
that. Like, I suck at puzzle games. Always have. Doesn't matter if I was 10 or 50. Like, it's different for everybody, Phil. Andreas, you cheap bastard. Like, it's kind of like miles per gallon on a car. It's an estimate. It depends on how you drive. It depends on how I drive. And a lot of time, well, that too, they're always going to give like the top end of numbers. Lorelei, thank you very much.
5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Yesterday, you could argue on the audio puzzle I got stuck. So even if you erase that amount of time,
Even
okay,
if you erase
still,
it.
I'd be like 4 hours and 40 minutes into this game, and we're not done with it yet. People are saying there's probably about another.
You know why they're gerrymandering in Texas too, right? Because
Oh,
they,
God, here we
as much
go.
as Governor Abbott and the rest of the pieces of shit down there want you to believe this, they want you to believe that it's a fucking red state. It's not red. There was a couple times that I could remember, yes, that they almost went blue.
Oh, is that what it is?
Wasn't it in 2020
They
they
almost went
barely
blue.
went Republican?
Did they
It
go
was, they
Super
almost thought that
Saiyan,
Texas
Super
was going to go
Saiyan?
blue. I think
Did
it
they
was
go
then.
Super
If I'm
Saiyan?
wrong, I'm wrong, but I definitely
Did they
know it's
go
happened.
Super Saiyan
And
on
they
top
don't
of
want.
their
They want to
Super
make sure it
Saiyan?
goes red.
That what happened?
And how many electoral college votes come out of Texas? I think it's a decent amount, isn't it? That could swing an election.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
So why do you
Rich.
think they're trying to suppress votes?
Another half an hour to 45 minutes left in the game.
It's purple. That's, did I say blue? I meant to say it's purple. So it could go either
This
way,
is
and
the
they hate
same
that.
guy that thinks Trump's gonna be the emperor of the world.
Emery Benson donated $5
Disgusting.
through Super Chat. Rich, check out Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. The demo is out, and the game comes out on August 29th. Definitely worth playing on stream. It's fun and gorgeous.
Yeah, and they just came out too. I want to get that. I saw the video on it, and I just bought it. A Ninja Gaiden game they just came out with. I was like, shit, I'll get that. I was playing it on the Lenovo Legion Go S. I brought it back though. I didn't like
Hey,
the first
Demented,
one.
how are
shit
you,
the bed
man?
In terms of Steam OS crashed.
My Steam
I didn't know you could go get the
crashed.
OS from
It crashed.
Valve, but still
Oh,
not
get
a good
the
list.
fuck
I was like,
outta
hey, let me
here,
get this thing exchanged just in case. And I don't like the way the triggers feel on it. No video of the PS. You want to know something, man? Maybe I will talk about it, but I'm not like super excited.
Ocean water.
Only Cruz versus Beta was close. Trump won the state by 5 points. It's getting redder again because we have right-wing idiots from blue states moving in.
Interesting point, John. Thank you for being my 5 men. That's a good point, though. Yeah, the right wingers
That's
have
a
gone
good
there, too.
point.
What's the point?
But the thing is, they're afraid because it has been purple before.
Uh-oh.
That it
Not
could go
purple.
purple.
Oh,
and they want to.
Andreas
fuck
Hansen
me,
donated
that's
50 Swedish
disgusting.
krona through Super Chat. Phil is a woman.
Nice.
No matter what, though, they shouldn't be gerrymandering, and they're doing that because they're afraid of something. Obviously, if they didn't think they'd have a chance of losing, they wouldn't be going through this shit.
Oh, is
And
that
that's the
what
resolution of
they're
the game.
doing?
So
They
I just
wouldn't
really
have
don't
a
understand
thing to
where these
do.
estimates come from. Because I was actually told, oh, Ludo's short, you'll beat it in one stream.
No, we just need to have, like other countries have, as a popular fucking vote and not an electoral college. It needs to go. Can Andreas Hansen be a mod? No.
Why not, Rich?
No, I would say for a shorter indie game, it's actually a decent length. Really, like I think it's actually a pretty decent length.
What's up, Karasu?
I'm okay with that. Like I'm
Carsu
liking the game.
donated
It's actually
$5
hooked me
through
now
Super
because
Chat.
now,
Hey, Big
without
Bird,
spoil-
what's up? I'm on Vaction. How's the bird breast? Turkey emoji, chicken emoji, rooster emoji.
I hope you enjoy your vacation, by the way.
Front-facing baby chick emoji. Bird
No, you
emoji,
cannot be a
penguin
goddamn
emoji.
mod, you
Peace out.
bastard. Patrick Luke is gifting a membership. Oh, dude, if we didn't have an electoral college, the Republican Party would be dead.
I always find it funny when people propose that
Let's
we
just
should
keep it
have
real, man.
something, then
It would be
offer
dead.
nothing in
Not
response.
that the fucking
Like, what would you
pussy
replace it
Democrats
with?
we have right now. But I guess they would still be
Andreas
better
Hansen
than these
donated
miserable
50 Swedish
fascist
krona through
fucks.
Super Chat. Can I be a mod?
No.
And how do you ensure
the game is kind
equal,
of showing
like
cracks
states
in the,
equal
in the
representation?
pooling, in the cracks in the system, cracks in the
Toyota Tacoma
what's
Web,
happening.
thank you.
See, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to spoil
35
it because
months,
you
dude,
haven't
holy
played or
shit.
watched it yet. But the entire game, we've all been asking, what's going on? Is the house haunted? Are you going crazy? Well, we're finally getting answers, and it's very interesting to find out what's actually going on.
I
But
think
we're not there
Phil's
yet, like,
house
near
is
the end.
haunted
So I
and
Good
can't
for
wait
you,
to
going
actually finish it
DBZ.
later on in the week.
Good
But
for
it's
you,
not a fan
DBZ.
favorite. It's not bringing out a lot of viewers and support. It is what it is. I like doing different things every once in a while in the schedule.
Yeah, house hunting is terrible. Just moving is terrible.
Ocean water.
This obviously is not a giant mainstream game. This is not a big hyped release.
So
It's just
thank you,
something I wanted
Toyota,
to do
3
because it looked
years.
interesting and different.
Ocean water.
I'm happy with the
35
fact that
months
people
of
are
tickets swell and fun. Also, I hit 5 separate dab pins and yeah, it's kicking in. Watch some commercials or shit or dreading.
There's so much.
DBSing 119
Lord.
donated $5 through Super Chat.
Yeah, it's haunted
So
with
good
birds.
news. I'm gonna
Sean.
be a homeowner. We used my income to help my mom get her mortgage for our new house. House hunting sucks, but we are determined.
House hunting is it just moving in general? House hunting, getting an apartment, moving when you buy a house, moving. God, moving into when I had that office outside of my house. Thank God I have it. I mean, it was a cool place at the time, and it was definitely necessary. But
Am I supporting it? It's not getting tons of support, but hey, it's fun. Okay.
yes, that is Keemstar's burp, Lebrowski.
Why?
I'm actually good. I like it, but I'm going to change it because it's a little too much.
Can Phil
It's
be a mod?
disgusting.
Why is it not showing? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Super chats. Yes, that is Keemstar's burp. It's a little abrasive in my ears.
Because
Where's this one again?
it's way too loud.
No.
I'm a size
That's
queen.
Rich on a normal day. What up, Don Motorsport?
Listen,
How
Toe
are you,
Tickler
man?
Timmy.
Listen, Toe Tickler Timmy.
chest. That's my favorite brand of
Excuse
game.
me.
Yeah, we're going back to that. We're going back to that's my favorite brand of gay. No, I don't want the doll from Phil. I want brand of gay from Quartering. All right, let me lower it a little bit. It's loud. Save settings.
That's my favorite brand of gay.
Kevin
There we
donated
go.
$88 through Super Chat. This is a test Super Chat message.
Ocean water.
5 robust months of greatness.
So thank you, Bradley. 5 months as a member. I know we have. I appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate it.
So FYI,
Usually it comes later in the stream here, but I'm not complaining.
FYI, later on in the week, we're gonna finish it. How we're gonna do it is
I'm
nuts.
pretty
Since
good, man.
there's
I'm
only
playing
30,
some
40 minutes
Ninja
left in the game,
Turtles behind the
I'm gonna do a
stream
night
here.
stream. I'm thinking probably Tuesday night. Okay.
And we're
Here's what the stream
reacting
will
to
be.
Why
Rich's
did you look at the
terrible
camera so
stream from
seductively?
last night.
For the first half an
We
hour,
were
to 40
gonna
minutes,
do
let's
Phil,
finish
but
Ludo, and I'll give you my thoughts. Then
I
we'll convert
got
the
kinda
stream
bored of
over
him.
to a
Some
chill with
sauce on
Phil
those
late night chill
singers.
session where we'll just hang out and enjoy each other's company, and it won't be
Hoot
you know,
Wireless
all
may have to
serious
do a
business about
rotation as
playing or
Super
finishing a
Chats
game
out.
or anything like that. That way, people already know up front. Yes, there's going to be Ludo, but you can stick around and you'll have fun hanging out with me, and hopefully we'll get more people to attend the stream than just those who would have been there for Ludo. Okay.
No, I ain't giving. I just uploaded a video today about Mudahar. I will talk about the PS6 specs tomorrow. How about that? I will talk about them,
Oh God, you guys want to watch?
and then I'll
that
be like, "What the
video?
fuck happened to the PS5?"
I don't know if it's
This-
gonna drop today or not. I wonder
Dude,
if it's
this
gonna be a
generation,
Netflix
I
quality
feel like
video.
it didn't exist. Elden Ring was amazing, but you can't say you could get Elden Ring on the Xbox One if you're a lunatic. But you get what I'm saying? Like, what happened?
There are a lot of people that got it for like the PS4.
So
and
that's
the
coming up, like I said,
Xbox
probably
One.
Tuesday night.
What are you talking about, Rich?
Yeah, we got to work on a Becky video together, Lebrowski, if you want to.
Oh God, stop sucking his
And
balls,
hopefully we can wrap up
dude.
the game then. All right.
Lebrowski, do
so
you
last
see me,
night,
Lebrowski?
GTA 4 with
do you
mods.
see me?
Let's
I
talk
did
about
that.
this, all right?
That's so cool, huh?
Basically, GTA 4 with
Oy.
mods is a game that you guys wanted.
Yeah, a COVID I would buy until like the middle of 2022. I understand it slowed down game development and games take years to develop. So I'm not saying like all of a sudden everything, as soon as the restrictions lifted, there should have been a stockpile of fucking games for us to play. But what the fuck now?
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, especially why was there a PS5 Pro? 10 sent you 250
There's always a
milligrams of shrooms.
mid-generation
I've never done a
refresh.
fucking shroom in my life.
I doubt that.
I know people used to put them on pizza and eat them to get fucked up. I'm like,
Ever since I got into PC gaming again, and we started talking
He
about
tells
modified-
stories like Phil.
remember like 2
He
years
lives
ago,
vicariously
Phil was so
through
anti-PC
television.
gaming. Yeah, they're still releasing games on the PS4. And what is
Because the PS4 is still a good console.
The console's over a decade old.
The PS4 is still one
And
of
then
the
you want
best
us
consoles
just, I mean,
of
look,
all
they
time.
release games on the PS2 for till like the PS4 generation. I mean, it was like soccer games and shit like that. It wasn't like AAA stuff, but nonetheless. Yeah, I've never done shrooms. I'm boring.
Yeah, because you're a bitch. Your mommy probably wouldn't
versions
let
of
you
games.
do
It was
those
like, oh,
kinds
do
of drugs
Dark
in the
Souls-
house.
All right, you sent Lebroski your underwear. Lebroski said he's going to send me my underwear. Let's go.
And do GTA. So I did Dark Souls in January, February.
We'll have a domino effect if everyone's sending their.
Why do you want people to send
And
you
then
their
I'll listen.
underwear?
I'll send my underwear to Keemstar.
And now we got
Why do you
want
want
to?
to?
In fact, you guys
No,
voted.
don't
This is what you
fucking
wanted
do that. That's
as a summertime
gross.
playthrough, which is why we actually played it first. There was other options like playing Suikoden 2 and stuff like that, but you voted for GTA. The first few weeks, 2-3 weeks, went really well. All right.
I love how they make it fun of his
Ocean
name.
water.
Birds.
You're no longer covering the wires. That's who said
God.
birds. He's been a member for 20 months.
Can you turn the music off? It's just some of
Yeah,
the
those
worst
wires will
shit
kill
I've
you aside,
ever
Matt, so you're
heard
gonna
in my
bother me.
life.
Listen, Lebroski, I go commando, so don't worry about me.
Oh,
Underwear
hell
street.
no.
Oh, see, this is where this chair is on point. Because I got it from Lost in Gaming's recommendation. It has like a good, like, bowl for your ass cheeks, I guess you could say. I forgot the right word to use, but I don't feel like the chair is having a battle with my ass.
And
Your face
Where
is
my ass
having
will
a
lose.
battle with your
here
head.
comes this idiot
It's
with
so
400 accounts
fucking
on
weird.
YouTube. Anyway,
Why do you look simultaneously older
Yeah, I hate when
and
people do
younger
this.
than
you
your
cannot
father?
stand
Dude.
me and say something, but why do you have to have fucking whatever? Now I'm setting myself up for someone to do it again. Maybe the whales
Ocean
left
water.
because you were too
Elden
scared.
Ring, being my biggest highlight of 9th gen and one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had.
Me
Cannot
too.
hold up a gaming generation on its own.
And I agree with that too. You're 100. Thank you for being a member for 18 months. But like that to me anyway was the highlight of this generation. I've liked other games that are just not coming to my head right now. What's up, Ruala? Oh yeah, this chair is wonderful on my ass. What's up, Acid Stain? Yeah,
What's
dude, I
up,
kept on like
Acid
looking at like
Stain?
I always get shit on Amazon that there's a ton of reviews, and usually Carl Wilson gifted a membership. Thank you very much,
they
my
are
friend.
so parasocially like responsible for
And
rich.
I don't just like go, okay, it has 1 5-star review from the
It's
company.
so
Like I look
weird.
for ones where even if there are fake reviews, so thank you, Carl Wilson, again. That there's so many that obviously there has to be legitimate ones
It's
in there and a
acid.
decent amount of them that show me it's a good product. But what I think it is, I was talking to my dad about this the other day, is like, yeah, I get these chairs,
he
sure,
asked
it may
his
be
daddy
comfortable as
about
hell,
it.
but how many people are sitting in this chair for fucking 10 hours or 8 hours? Because
That's my favorite brand of gay.
Phoenix donated $5 through Super Chat. Mass Group Liquid Run Stream
put
wins.
sauce on your zinger. Listen, we'll all have a bunch of fiber and shit at my local mall. I mean, I'm older probably than you, Gunjack. I mean, the 7th gen is what got me back into gaming. Yeah, 7th gen was a banger, though, because you were getting great games, and it was the HD era. I always remember... God, I left the job that I got that I thought it was a good job. It ended up not being.
That's my favorite brand of gay.
Yes.
Eric Liriano donated $5 through Super Chat. They should do a remake of Condemned Hoot Wireless.
Yes, they really should. That's such a good game. I even liked Condemned 2. I know it was considered but I liked it. Yeah, fifth gen got me back because I wove in and out of gaming. Harmon's like, I'll say he's not a real gamer. Harmon Smith is watching this right now, licking his chops and dry humping his Pikachu. He's not a gamer.
That
See?
what he's doing? Is that what he's doing? I see. Fucking
That's my
weirdo.
favorite brand of gay.
Shane Lee, he donated €5 through Super
Shane,
Chat.
Shane,
Your wheelhouse specs. The PS6 once leaked and you couldn't be bothered to break it down and explain it. Instead,
Why did
talked
you
Phil and
delete that,
Becky.
Mark?
What happened?
Dude, I haven't uploaded fucking anything at all because I was doing this shit. And I was prepping for this video, but it got delayed because the 2 Lenovo Legion Go S's I returned, and now I have an OG one. Right now, admittedly, this is probably the best value portable handheld gaming PC you could get because they dropped the price and
That's
the
my
specs are
favorite brand
better
of
than the
game.
other ones are selling
Pete
for
Six donated
$5.99.
$4.99 through Super Chat.
Oh!
Return of Birdfather. All 6 of Harmon Smith's viewers seething.
Dude, and he streams sometimes for like 8 to 10 hours, which I do too, but I make a living doing this. And then he tries to turn around and make it like he has a wife and kids. Dude, stop. You have never stuck your penis in a vagina. I would bet my house on it.
Neither have you. That
All right,
homunculus
I'll take it back
that you
partially.
have been with
One
is
that
not
you
a
didn't pay
woman.
for.
It's like an anthropomorphic mountain
For the
of
service
mashed
of sex, too.
potatoes.
There's no way.
So, first 2 or 3 weeks went pretty well. The bummer here is that I started it right
The birds have returned.
before I had to have an unscheduled week off. And that's always the worst, right? It is. It's the worst because people were excited. There was big momentum. And then that momentum was crushed when I wasn't here for a week. So I came back.
It'll be 2026. It'll be, oh, dude, he'll never let the week go. Are you kidding me? To him, that was such a triumph, the week that Phil was off. Ah, see, the trolls were losing their mind, which he was partially right about. Like,
No,
the
he
people who,
wasn't.
like, needed content.
No.
But he wasn't, first off,
No.
he wasn't as right as he thought. I'm a man, I have an ass. Thank you, Toast, you do have an ass.
I am man. I have at SS.
Yeah, the patches were fast on the 360. You do have an ass, and thank you, Toast, for being a member for 4 months. But yeah, he'll be talking about that week off and how he owned his trolls for. He'll be 60 and talking about it.
And it's been doing all right, but then all of a sudden, yeah, a stream
You're
where we
going to
didn't do
be
so
60
well,
still
right?
talking
And so I
about
said to everyone,
this,
well, let's make it a
which
night
is
stream.
sad.
And on the night streams, let's see how it goes. And if it goes well,
Your kids are going to be
amazing.
like,
Let's have it
Dad,
actually,
can you be a grandfather?
and you're going to be like, no.
stay as a
I
nice
gotta
level
go
in 2-hour
watch
increments.
Phil.
Please bear with me. I'm trying to ban 40 clone accounts from an idiot. So yeah, let's see how it does. Hopefully it does well.
What happened with Low Tier God? I told you. See, this is how you know, Mr. PS6 Specs, that I've been busy doing shit. I don't know what Phil is up to.
Sure you don't. Sure you don't. You just watch every second of his streams every day.
Ocean water,
Going
yes.
to work this morning, I nearly ran over 2 mourning doves boinking it. The male hopped on the female as I closed in on them. It was a suicide boink.
That's my favorite brand of gay.
I shouldn't be laughing at it, but I'm glad you didn't.
Through Super Chat. Just got a Koru 34 inches ultra wide. QHD,
Koru.
165 HZ, and 1 millisecond response. $265 on Amazon, 47% off. Even if it's shit, 200.
How much was my ultra wide? That's also a smart TV. Where I have my Mac set up. I have both of them there.
Why? What?
Yeah, I'll talk about the PS6 specs. Sure,
I'll
talk
talk about the
tomorrow. If you guys want me, I'll talk
PS6
about it.
specs.
Yeah,
I'll
just-
do it. I'll do
I
it
haven't
right now.
Uploaded for or
I don't
streamed
even
for
know
the
what
past few
fuck
days.
they
Because I was
are.
like, I need to
can't, so.
get this set up. I need to get this fucking cleaned. I was hoping to have this ASMR video done, but the Legion Go S had other plans.
The night stream.
The
If it does well as a night
Lenovo
stream,
Legion
then
S.
we'll finish it off
Snort.
that way. But what happened was when I announced that I was
Why is he just freaking out today about the bro side shit with 220? Talk about late to the party.
moving GTA 4 to night streams from day streams, some people got up in arms. They're like, oh, come on. It was only one stream that didn't hit the goal, and it was, it was just a one-off. Can we please just keep having it as a day stream?
Lorelei has a
And I
fart
said,
fetish. Let's go.
No.
That's
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to
disgusting.
make it a night stream, and we're going to see how it does. If it does come back, meaning, let's say people show up and support it as a night stream, showing that it really was just a fluke, that it had a slow day stream, then after a couple of night streams,
Imagine I talked about the performance of my streams for, and he probably talked about it longer, for 13
Give me a
minutes
sec,
straight.
guys.
like that, I'll move it back to the daytime slot. Then, based on how that works, I may even consider doing the DLCs, because it's another thing. Ever since I started this playthrough in early July, you guys have been asking for the DLCs. Will you do Lost and Damned? Will you do...
Like, imagine me talking to you. 2013 to 2016, Rich may have done it, admittedly. Me about doing this shit. Be like, Rich, just do it. Who fucking cares? If we like it, we like it. We don't, we don't.
Ballad of Gay Tony. And I said, well, we got to get through the main game first, but let's see. So here's the thing. I'm finally starting to have some recollection.
Yeah, why does, dude, that fade on the side of the dude, quirls and twirls. Twirls and curls is not working out for you, Phil.
That's my favorite brand of gay.
Double Agent X1 donated $5 through Super Chat. The mail was like, I am gonna go bird balls deep in your bird hole smash even if IT gets US.
What up, guys? How are you?
What's funny about like squirrels and birds, it's like, wow, you are literally the only car in the road and we could go anywhere else and be safe. Let's fuck right in front of this car and maybe we'll die. It's like when a squirrel is going to cross the road.
Bro, what is wrong with
it's just
you?
like going like there's no one behind you. There's no one in front of you, but it will jump out in front of your car and go back and forth like bad AI in a in a game.
Of when I played this game back in 2019. And
In
if
a
you're not
Bethesda
aware,
game.
when I played this game in
What's up,
2019, which was
Botch?
my
How are
second
you?
playthrough ever of the game, the same exact thing happened. I'm not kidding.
That's my favorite brand of game.
Digital Melanin donated $5 through
Dude,
Super Chat.
his hair
Ed is cutting his
is a
hair.
trip.
His barber can't be that blind.
But why does it even have to be a last pump? Like, you could, those birds could have been fucking comfortably, safely somewhere. But it's like, oh, there's a car. Let's fuck in front of that because I feel like being flattened after I nut today.
People said, oh, we want GTA, we want...
That was vile.
GTA. So we did GTA 4, and people said, we want the DLCs. You know, you did them years ago, do them again. And then halfway through the playthrough, the attendance and the support and the overall interest dipped.
Someone's like, dude, are you okay?
So it's history repeating itself, basically, this time around. So,
Phil. Yeah, no one wants to hear this, Phil. Except us for the reasons that you don't want us to. I know you'll never understand. I know I'm repeating myself with this. I know I've said that I'm repeating myself, and I'm repeating that too. But no one cares about this, Phil. Nobody does. I know you're also trying to guilt your audience so you'll never give this up. And I know it's not even joking, part of your tism that you over-explain this, but oh my god, dude. Like, imagine unironically going to his stream and he's just sitting here bitching about numbers. Go look at your analytics and bitch the cat. It's not like, this is a show, Phil. This is not where it's supposed to be.
I'm glad that I actually said, we're not bringing you back to day streams yet. Let's try it out for a couple night streams and see how it goes. Night stream number 1, it worked really well. The first night stream we did, it made like $180, something crazy like that. So we far exceeded the support goal. And the attendance was also great. Okay? So I said, all right, let's do it one more night stream. In fact, to be honest, I already had assumed it was going to do well. And I already had a stream set up for Tuesday where it was going to be the daytime stream because tomorrow was going to be Death Stranding 2. And then I was probably going to do another Bonanza stream. And then like Tuesday or Wednesday, it was going to be GTA 4 as the day stream.
This is the part where if It's a Gundam made a video, like you would start to hear the reverb fade in and he would have like some character like that he drew or someone drew, where they start looking slowly more defeated as Phil rambles about his schedule. Am I wrong?
What the fuck are you talking about, Rich?
Okay. So I was ready for it, to put it back into the schedule and everything. And then last night happened. Last night, attendance was low, meaning at one point we only had like 175 to 80 viewers. Now, I think that went up and down during the stream, but it was
Phil, I see often enough that that's your average now, son. Maybe if it's a good stream, you'll be like, not even saying this as a joke, in like the 220-ish range. Not that I watch you often, but I see it enough that
you watch
that's not,
him all the time.
Now, if it was
dude,
like 2017,
shut
that
up.
would be considered below average. That now is kind of average for you, Philip. Unless I'm missing something. What do you mean they made a new die? Oh, yeah, they're coming out with that expansion.
pretty low attendance, and support was abysmal. We didn't even make $50 on last night's GTA.
Why are you shaming the audience? That's not their problem.
Well, you have a point.
Why
there,
are you
buddy.
shaming the audience about that?
Because he's Phil.
You're
you
streaming
know what
now.
he
Make it up
does.
now. That's like, guys, I haven't streamed for the past 4 days. I need your support.
I need
That's
your
not me.
support.
That's me. I wasn't here. I needed to get stuff done, but that's my choice.
What?
That onus isn't on my audience. It's just you go back to business as usual. And you make
what?
up for it by being here.
Responsibility.
Jesus Christ.
For stream. Okay?
I'm actually shocked there's this many people here at 6 o'clock. Usually it takes a while for people to get. That's a good sign.
That
Oh,
is
God,
an
I'm talking
awful
about
sign,
numbers.
Okay?
You guys
Oh,
an awful
no.
sign. I have a good sign.
And there's not much I can do about that. The game is the game. And the game is good, by the way. We are doing well. We're actually almost done with the second third of the game.
Zangief is fucking humping someone behind him. There's a bird flying in front of his face. Dude, I actually kind of like it in a weird way. Your videos are fever dreams of Phil. I can't say I hate them, though. I don't. The weirdness and the cheesiness is like the charm of a Duty Streams video. Oddly enough.
And the second third of the game takes place on Manhattan, where you have all the stuff between Playboy X and Dwayne, and you have all the missions for United Paper and for the...
Of course I will. I even want to... But I want to play through RoboCop first. I forgot the name of the first, but they came out with an expansion for it. That was actually the reason I went with the Legion Go. Because it stopped working on the Steam Deck RoboCop. They must have did some update. I tried it on the Legion Go S, and I tried it on the Steam Deck. Initially, it worked on the Steam
For
Deck,
Blade?
but the update must have came through, and the Go
I
S
hear
stopped working.
Thor's
there, too.
actually
That's the
gonna
one
get
downside
buffed.
to
So
like
that's
Steam
cool.
OS is that there
Let me
still could
turn
be
this
those issues
down.
with certain games you want to play. It's not often now, but it still could be there. Whereas if you have a Windows-based
hear-
handheld, and maybe
Oh God. It sounds like he's just talking normally now. Anyway. I hear Thor's gonna get buffed in season 3.5, so I'm really excited for that. I really like Thor. He's just not viable very often, and it kind of pisses me off. It's like, fuck, dude. Let me
new
play
Xbox
my
Series
guy.
handhelds will change that, where they'll be optimized more. But the only thing will hold you back on a Windows-based handheld is if the hardware can't handle the game. You know,
Crooked Cop, Frank McCreary.
Me too.
And then you start
Botch.
doing missions for Packy and stuff like that. So there's good variety of gameplay. It's actually quite interesting. I think it's probably one of the best parts of the game. The final third of the game is the Mafia stuff, and we're getting to that right now. So having a great time with it. Like, seriously, I'm having fun with it. And the mods just look gorgeous. Like, there was the mission where you have to escape with Packy on a boat, and the water looks so crazy cool.
I don't know if you could revert back, but I'd rather have the newest, most stable OS update.
Cool. It's just like really awesome.
Yeah,
improvement
he
from the original.
really does.
I even tried. I looked in forums where they say open RoboCop in desktop mode on the Steam Deck, and then the next time you launch it, you could launch it. I tried. It wouldn't launch in desktop mode. It said fatal Unreal Engine 4 error. I'm like, all right, maybe I have to go back and do Steam OS mode, and didn't launch there again either. So there's that.
So it went well in that regard. It wasn't like, oh, the gameplay was
Thor
boring. Not at all. The
he
missions were fun
really
yesterday.
does.
But I think
He
what's happening,
really,
much
really
like when I played it in
does.
2019, the interest has waned huge. So it did terribly.
What word is a racial slur?
Okay. Now here's the thing. We are 20 hours into the game. I am not going to quit it now. You know, I've already invested too much. I'm not going to just say, oh, we'll stop playing it
Rich's
immediately.
face is a racial
What you do with every
slur.
other game. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're like, guys, I have to drudge through this game. I need your support.
I
That's what
need
he
your
So what we're
support.
gonna do
I
is
really,
we're gonna have
really
stay as night
do.
streams moving forward. Okay. And it's going to basically be played once or twice a week on late streams, which will be what, the equivalent of like 4 to 5 hours of gameplay a week.
Michelle Soguchi is always in the kick chat. It cracks me up.
That's you though.
See, my thing with the 890M graphics that are going to be in the ROG
He
Ally
tries
X,
to pretend
the
it's
ROG
not,
Ally
but
or
it
the
is.
Xbox
It's
Ally
him.
S. I meant to say the Xbox Ally X before, but the Xbox Ally S is having the same chipset from what they're gathering as the Steam Deck. Why the fuck would you buy that in that state in 2025? You would definitely better off getting the first gen Lenovo Legion Go. You get the Z1 Extreme, significantly more powerful chip, and those all have 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM too. So why would you pay the same price for less powerful hardware? And if you really want to, there's plenty of tutorials to get SteamOS working on this beast. So
And we're going to wrap it up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. From
You're a
what I'm
certified
remembering,
bird
we
therapist.
probably have about anywhere from 8 to 10 hours left in the story of the game. So that's what we're going to focus on. You know, at one point I was doing side content. Remember, I did the vigilante missions, I did the taxi missions. I'm not going to do them anymore. There's no point because we were treating it like a chill hangout session where we would talk and interact when I did them. And now it seems like people are just bored with the game. So I'm just going to do
'Cause you're
what's necessary to get
boring.
through the story. And that's going to be
what
the end of
it
the
is,
playthrough.
bro.
Okay. I did my best. I had it as a day stream. I gave it a chance as a night stream, so we would even bring it back to the day stream if we got the support. It didn't happen. I really tried. I don't know what else to say. You know, maybe people.
and he's disappointed in you. How did he gave you the privilege of him streaming, and you didn't show up and support? You son of a bitch!
People are just tired of GTA 4, which I don't understand.
How does that's a thing? That is what always makes people tune into Phil.
I've only played it 3 times.
Anything and everything. Now that one, the GPD Win 5. Excuse me, don't mean to cut off Phil while a bird is about to attack his face. Where it has the Ryzen AI Max, whatever 395, whatever the fuck they call it, with the integrated 8060
Look at him
Radeon
pretend.
graphics, where it has 40 compute units of RDNA 3.5. I'm going to say I thought they didn't.
Oh,
go to
he
RDNA
read the
5 in there yet.
manual, guys. He read a manual.
That
Amazing.
is a beast. What's interesting too, if you look at that anything and everything, yeah, here I am talking about tech. Is I guess because they obviously that thing needs an insane amount of cooling. I'm still curious to see if they could actually that small console could handle the chipset. Is the battery actually attaches to the back outside of it? I think that's a smart move. Not only is it a smart move for heat and thermal reasons, also it'll expand the lifespan of that console. Battery dies, you can just replace it. Hopefully they keep selling it though. Actually, that's a valid point I just brought up to myself, because if GPD goes, yeah, we're not going to make those batteries you can replace anymore. Sucks, huh? But nonetheless, I still rather have it outside the case. And I'm sure in the future, if the GPD Win 5 is popular enough, you know, people will be 3D printing battery cases for that thing in a second.
Once ages ago and once 6 years ago. Definitely, this is the best playthrough I've done of it when it comes to visuals and everything
Yes,
else.
that's very true. Burst of basil. Wait, did
So,
Phil say burst of basil?
It is what it is. All right.
What?
So be it.
Did he say
These streams now
bursts
moving
of
forward for this
basil?
week will be
That and even though the
what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Rich?
See, you got me thinking about technology now. Because the 890M is an improvement, but you could even go even ETA Prime, who likes everything. I like the guy, but am I wrong? He was saying that the 890M
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Not that big of a performance boost over the 780M.
Who that is?
And I mean, there is like a few frames per second. Who? It's obviously some games the delta is going to vary, but the 890M and the Z2 Extreme and the
Peter
Ryzen
Freak
AI
out, my brother. How are
you? Fuck it's called is I'll get to it in a second. Laura Lay. Am I saying your name right?
Laura Lay
is not a massive leap in the Z2 Extreme like it is with the Ryzen AI 395 Max. That GPU that's integrated on there is a fucking monster, and when handhelds get that, it's going to be a big fucking deal. Whereas the 890M is kind of a modest performance boost, or maybe it's depending moderate, but it's still not a huge jump. Like if you could find these.
It was New Comic Book Day, and today we got Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Total Eclipse. Now I have no idea what this book is about, but it okay. So Eclipso, Green Lanterns, Dr. Fate and Superman, well, obviously. More Green Lanterns and all the Flashes. Okay. I have to read that. But anyway, surprise! I got a new comic
for $5.99. He's had issues too that I'm going to talk
Medusa.
about. The original Go.
Hello.
I mean, I would definitely get that over the quad core shit they're selling for the same price as this. Absolutely.
Be a major focus on Donkey Kong and Death Stranding.
Oh, dude, like everything happened. Oh yeah, they're hiking the price of the Switch in the States. The original Switch, the Switch
Thursday?
OLED.
Oh shit!
Is going to be only $50 cheaper than the Switch 2. Why the fuck would you get? Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's like because it doesn't make any sense.
And try to make big progress in both games before Mafia releases, and then that'll be the
it
next
would
game
make a little sense.
Okay. When I say
and that's where he cuts off the video. All right, let's see Phil.
But that's where he cuts off the video. Now we need to go watch another video.
Well, what I guess Nintendo, they don't want to increase the price of the Switch 2 because it's already high. People are complaining.
So
I guess they're trying to make up
any proof
what they're seeing in profit or losses by increasing the price of the Switch 1. I don't know. I'm not sitting in their board meetings and figuring it out. You know? But that's what seems like it makes the most sense to me.
Oh God! What are you talking about? What do you mean? I've never stuck anything up my butt. Okay, all right, never. I've never gone pooping down the hallway, crying to my grandmom. All right, you need to leave me alone about that. Okay, I've never done that. And I would appreciate you if you didn't slander me, okay?
Well, Lorelei, give this to Phil for me. He really needs you. You get an applause for that, too.
Fucking Cyrax.
Sorry about that, Lorelei. And no, I will not fart in your face.
Excuse me? I didn't think that
this is the first time in my
not.
history as someone who consumes games. That sounds weird. It sounds like I eat them, but you get what I'm saying. That I've ever seen a company, when their newest console just came out, that they increased the price of the previous gen. Like,
yes.
It makes my head hurt, dude.
Hand claps all around.
What's up, ones?
Oh, God. 1's 2 cents. Oof.
Lorelei. Did I say, am I saying your name? Listen, Kay and I will consume you any day, dude. Like, review Cologne USA. Oh, my God. They're mocking me and Phil at the same time there. That's well done. I got to give him that. Review Cologne. Well, technically, he's in the USA and he wanted to review Cologne, so it's accurate, right?
How do I feel the Switch 2 will do this generation? Well, because there's an installed base for that.
It's going to be the 3DS.
Oh,
it's going to be the 3DS as opposed to the DS in terms of sales, like the DS was.
No!
DS sold huge numbers. 3DS did well, but not as well. There's too many. These are still competition any way you look at
There's
it.
There's too many. Look at how nervous
trying
he
to get
is.
the same
Look at how nervous
he is.
He's like kicking his legs super
You still
hard.
had portable. I remember the first GPD win had an Intel Atom quad-core Intel Atom processor on it. It was a fucking potato. This came out in 2017.
Who will buy everything that Nintendo puts out because they're brainwashed and they're very ignorant. So they'll do well no matter what. Even if the games aren't good, even if the console is crap, it's still going to do well. It already sold insane amounts. What is it, over 5 million?
Yep.
The Wii U sell well? I mean, hell, if you're comparing it to its
I mean, it
competitors,
sold
did the
okay.
N64 or GameCube sell well?
No. Now I hear people are asking for features from the Wii U to be incorporated into the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Like, people want to be able to play the game on the TV as well as on the Switch and have it like the Wii U. So, I mean, it had features that people liked. It just wasn't a fully realized console. I think it was an in-between.
Units worldwide or something like that. It's just always going to sell. People are just, they don't.
Yeah, you remember the EPCs that Asus used to sell?
That's my
Which just
favorite
they used to
brand
have
of
a basic form of Linux on there.
Donated $4.99 through Super
And
Chat.
I think the Wii U was a good
Your mushroom
console.
is so small.
Yeah, I have a
Exposed.
12-inch dick.
Dickers is actually hung like a horse with heated
You
horse milk.
goddamn
Listen, they
wish.
call me half man, half horse. I have a
No,
friend,
they just
Shawty's
call you
actually
all
have a show
fat blob.
that said that.
They call
Oh,
you
God.
Invasion of the Body Snatcher.
Half man, half horse.
Don't think for themselves. They just
They're
don't.
not. You wish. Y'all notice that he makes excuses for
So you're
Vosh
saying that everyone who
and
bought a Switch 2
also
and
has a
is
weird obsession
genuinely
with
enjoying
horses?
it doesn't think for themselves? What do you mean? You own every console. Do you not think for yourself?
You don't think for yourself. You just agree with what everyone tells you.
Okay.
Half hunk, half horse.
All right.
He is scanning for tips.
On anyone's mind? So what do I...
How about you say what's on your mind, Philip? How about you do that?
How about today, you guys?
How
will see
about you
animations
say what's
as well
on your
as
mind?
Sound effects.
Rich,
for
how about you
various
say
different
what's
levels
on
of
your
support.
mind,
Any
fat
tip
boy?
level, including $5.
Hmm?
Oh, the only one I didn't add a sound effect for was 420. I want to add a 420, but I haven't found one yet, one that I like. But I have a sound effect for $5, 666,
Why?
10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 150, and 200 tips. And I have sound effects for every level of super chat, which I think is 5, 10, 20, and 50.
Here it
And then
comes.
I became a
Here it
robot.
comes. The 220s, I'm seeing them.
So sound effects for all of those contributions. All right. And yes, we're still doing for $20.
But again, all right, Phil, you're considered a 220. Play into it then. Well, that's why he's a 220. You can't.
In animations for $10, it's the Mega Man animations, and now for a $5 super chat, it is Mario from Mario World. So we have all these cool new animations.
Oh, that was duty streams. That wasn't that. Unfortunately,
DSP says,
wasn't
what about
Rich.
220?
Oh, here we go, boys.
Here we go.
That guy's gay. Thank you.
Hey, Boom Arms, you do realize that the whole 220 thing was completely fabricated, completely false. Never had any truth to it whatsoever. Literally not a lick of evidence or anything was ever shown. It was
Bro,
just all hearsay.
I can't
And
help
you all-
I
myself.
find it funny that people are saying pot meat kettle on my YouTube video. What the? When
I
did I
can't
make the whole
help
basis of my
myself.
channel? If
I
everything
need
seems
to
to be
take a
accurate
look.
about Mutahar, when did I base my entire channel on a lie? I know you just are going to.
You're not
with me anyway,
into
but I just find
tech,
that funny.
Rich. You're not
never
a
said that
tech
I was a-
person.
Guys, I'm a doctor.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Shadows
again, you know,
fall
you may as well say it to the void. Ban all boom arms.
I'll believe it because you're a bunch of fucking mouth-drilling idiots, right? You do realize that no one involved in that story was real. It was completely made up from the ground up. And people are just so dumb they believe it because they don't need to see any facts.
Phil, she even knew like specific details. Now, I'm not a big fan of bro side Phil. I just don't. It didn't seem like, because I went in there raising an eyebrow too. It just didn't seem like it was full of shit. It didn't seem. I was like, let me really look to see if it seems staged. I mean, if it is, it is. But I mean, she knew like details about your house. You apparently have cameras. I mean, you don't have to show anything, Phil. I mean, if people are seeing the cameras, it's not like you have them strategically placed so no one can see them. Go outside and show that you don't have cameras. You don't have to show your address. You don't have to show anything telling about your home, even though you'll make it like you have to. Simple. I would place bets knowing your personality. You have those cameras, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong, man, having cameras. Don't get it twisted, but for what it sounds like, yeah. he has like fucking, you know, the feds like in one of his rooms, like being on the lookout for him. Maybe Duty's going to show up there.
Just want to believe negative things.
What? Hey,
Yeah, I heard
what
about
up,
that
by
once, speaking of
Vega,
which.
man? How
I
are
just want to
you?
make that clear to you. That
Dude,
you're actually the
I
Phil, you
got
said
a
the
new
same
book
thing when it
today, and I
came to
can't help
WWE
myself
champions.
but
You know what?
look.
This is why I know, even if you are truthful here, Phil, you've lied too much.
most gullible fucking moron on this planet because you believe
You're the
everything
most
told for
gullible
Yes, they are.
moron.
Me too, Izzy. I got a couple.
Take a puff.
Not saying
Take a
don't,
puff.
but for the way that she sounded, though, like Phil has, he got like a satellite, like to track Duty on the top of his roof.
If you don't know what's going on, graphics, that's a good thing.
Lori Eli
On the Kick Chat who do detractor memes and shit.
Now fart in your face. All right, I'll get it ready right here. Intro guy's gonna fart in your face. I mean, as a man who has his masturbation face tattooed on my arm, buying a house
oh my
across
God.
the street is
I remember a lot of people, yeah. Nugs, my boy. Hello.
That's some crazy
Hello, everybody
shit, dude.
coming in. Welcome.
All the stuff
We are making fun of Rich today.
Like dumb memes that were made up that have nothing to do with reality.
Oh,
So
shit,
how
it
can we
caught
ever expect
fire.
to believe you when you literally told Stuttering Craig, doesn't matter if it's true or not, it's still an answer? When you've been caught lying countless times before, about major things, too. Now all of a sudden we're supposed to just believe that. How would you know they labeled you as a 220? How would you know that anyway?
But
It caught fire, boys.
Believing that everything is true,
Whoops.
even though there's never ever been a lick of evidence of anything that they say.
Ta-da!
I can't believe. This is what makes it worse, Phil, is that because you've been caught in major lies before, that the fact that you think, I could see if you've never been caught in like any kind of lie, you've never...
It's
then I'd be like,
arson.
all right, yeah, I guess,
We're
you
all
know, I mean,
arsonists.
everything else this guy has said has been valid. It's never been caught in a lie, so maybe they are making this up.
How was your
I thought it
stream,
ridiculous that I got the
Vega?
tattoo too. But when I wouldn't move
Live
next to-
arson.
Hey,
Well,
Phil,
it's
I'm buying the
better than
condo
a
next to you,
live
we're moving in.
domestic. I'll say that.
The kids can come over your house, play with the birds.
God damn,
See,
this
there you go.
thing
Well, can you
is,
provide
I need to
that
get a
it's
new
evidence that it's
banger,
false?
dude.
No, you stupid fucking moron. You don't have to do that in real life.
Oh, God,
It's called
here
innocent
goes
until proven
Phil.
Guilty. You don't get to just throw a
Innocent until... You're not accused of a crime. They just said that you're fucking strange. Phil, we didn't need a detective to tell us that.
And Phil's lying, bro. He absolutely put out a call to the
moving next to
police,
him is just like
and they
something
went
you
and they
don't
took
do.
a report.
zillion fucking accusations at someone, and then say, well, unless they can prove
It went
it's
all
true.
right.
That's not how it works. You fucking.
We'll be
idiot.
back at 9. That's
I can
what's
make
up,
anything about
bro.
anyone right now, and you're just gonna blanket believe it, even though I provided absolutely no evidence, and it's just hearsay. of
You're
people
gonna
saying
blanket believe it?
Stuff. Why are you so dumb?
Probably.
I have to ask this question.
I mean,
All right,
why not?
here is-
Are they dumb or are you a pathological liar, which has been proven, and you lie about everything else? It's literally the boy who cried. So even if you are telling the truth about this, which I don't think you are, and you wouldn't know anyway, I don't think.
Hi, Rich.
What did
Just
he
finished up at the
say?
gym.
Don't
Because
sort
in
of
my
flexibility
opinion,
and do
I
one minute
think
place now.
Sony
Also, I'm
Sony
off to nerve
won.
and heart meds now. Much love.
Good for you,
Like,
Bone Score.
but that's just
Seriously,
because
man,
I'm
that's a big
biased and I
accomplishment, dude.
really love Sony consoles.
Also, thank you for had a good drink here. I remember for almost 3 years, but yeah, hey man, I'm glad you got big. Getting off a heart medication is a big fucking deal. You know.
this fucking boom arm idiot. Who are you? And who pays for your
Oh,
internet?
here we go.
Who pays your bills in life? Because there's no way that someone as dumb as you actually holds a job.
That's my favorite
who
brand of gay.
Philip Paul Burnell donated $4.99 through Super Chat. I can be in the worst mood possible, and then
Oh.
I hear Phil being Phil, and I laugh until it hurts because I'm not him. Don't let my name fool you.
Listen, Philip Paul Burnell is a man.
you're absolutely right.
Excuse me.
leeching off of? Is it your parents? Is it the government? I really want to know. I want to get to the heart of these people on the internet that are this stupid and actually just sit there believing toxic fucking hatred against people.
There you go,
Who
chat.
are you? How do you
Request
exist? Because I'm
fulfilled.
shocked that you get out.
How do you exist? First off, I mean, yeah, of course
We
you're gonna have
committed
slanderous
live
assholes.
arson.
That's my favorite brand of gay.
We
Sony
took
Soprano
a big
donated
fat
$4.99 through Super Chat. Why does farting feel so good when you
There
have
you
a
go,
tummy ache?
y'all.
Because you have those
Oh,
big
shit.
bubbles of gas that when you release them from your ass, it relieves the pressure. Why am I answering that like you actually mean for me to answer the question? I don't know, but here I am.
Out of bed every day and don't immediately trip and put your head through the wall and kill yourself. Because you're
Here
just
we are.
Phil, you took,
Here
and this is
I
on
am.
camera. You can't say that I'm making this up and I'm a no-life loser. You literally spent hours putting up a
But
boom
you
arm that you
are,
pretty much
bro.
failed to put up. Let's keep it real. You have
Rich.
ass got it up. It didn't fall over.
Rich, you are a no-life loser, bro. You literally are. You live at your mom's house. Your parents gave you that house. You live in their basement. Bro, you literally have no friends. None. You have to ask your mommy if you can have a sleepover. Like, what the fuck?
When there's literally a minute tutorial. It took him a minute. Just come on, Phil. You're going to say, says you trip.
stupid. Right?
You literally have, your cable management is a bunch of wires in the middle of your office that
cable
look like a giant
management
daddy
is-
longlegs.
Blah, blah, blah. Rich, you're fat.
Stop
How
it,
about
Phil.
you focus
Stop.
on that?
Right? How do you actually use the bathroom without like defecating all over the floor? How do you tie your own shoes?
He has
And I
a
love how he
tattoo
talks
of
down
Phil, bro.
instead of just say, if it's really not true, Phil, just say it's not true. It's really simple.
I need to know how dumb people like you actually fucking get away with it. Because it's obvious if you're that fucking ignorant and stupid that someone's doing everything for you, right? You're not actually independent. There's no way.
So everything in the Truth Seekers interview wasn't true? Are we all no-life losers if we believe that?
Rich, you're a no-life loser. Lauren literally calls you a loser.
And now he's scanning for more tips.
I call it.
See, I was expecting rage.
Let's
like
a $2 tip.
Because, like Mr.
Dude,
Bird.
No, I haven't
about
played.
The tractors are telling you what the tractors are doing, etc. I mean, it gets tiresome because you guys know I don't care, right?
I
Like,
don't care.
I don't care. See, this is what I'm saying, Phil. You don't see what's around you. You don't care, but you answer everything.
Jesus, no.
When you're live streaming it, I'm like, dude, there's times I even trip into it.
He watches Phil more than Phil
but you
watches
trip
Phil.
into everything. And if you didn't care, you wouldn't do that.
As I said many.
I hold to this fact that Rich absolutely loves. That Rich absolutely fucking loves Phil. He's in love with the man. It goes beyond content creation for him. He loves Phil. He is in love with him. And I genuinely believe that.
Times. I just don't give a shit about what they're doing or saying. And then these morons come on my streams and they repeat these stupid memes. That like that 220 meme is just so stupid. From what I'm to understand, again, this is just me trying to understand it from an outsider's perspective.
All right, but even if the two, let's just pretend that Broside Phil and that woman, who was a former detective allegedly, made it all up.
Gay marriage
a police
is
department to label you
legal.
as 220
You're
to you for us
absolutely
to
right,
label you as 220.
Lindy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
You know
you're
what
not
I'm
officially
saying,
labeled as
yo?
220, but you're fucking nuts.
Because I don't watch or listen to garbage from morons. I guess they're trying to say that a police officer came out to my house, looked around and saw that I had a bunch of security cameras.
He is
around
Phil's
my
property,
house.
bro. Phil
Like
owns
my
him.
house is on lockdown.
And
I will
own
say
him
something,
for the
unless he
rest
paid
of
for
his
them to be
life.
put up, which who knows?
Until he gets that
I
shit
can't picture
taken
Phil getting
off.
up on his roof and installing a camera. So there is that. If I'm going to be unbiased here, I cannot picture Phil doing that. I just can't. Not saying he didn't.
I can't picture you not
like,
like smashing
but
a
that's a
buffet
stretch.
line.
This is the man who almost killed himself putting up a fucking mic stand. Let's not forget
But bro,
that. So
oh,
for him to
no,
be sitting there like Tim the Toolman Taylor.
No. You literally almost killed yourself walking to the refrigerator trying to get a fucking Coke. Dude, you almost broke your hip going to the refrigerator because you fell down one stair. A single stair. Like, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
On his roof installing... Maybe he did, though.
It's Fort Knox, and there was like all the security, and then they made a report that I'm a
You
220,
can
which I guess
pay
means I'm like a
somebody
crazy person who's
to
fucking
put
paranoid and shit or
cameras
something.
up, you donkey.
I mean...
None of that ever happened. Ever. In history. No one ever came to my house. Everything, I made a single phone call to the police once to talk about a death threat that I got against me and my family. And that was the extent of it. Nothing else ever actually happened after the initial phone call. That was it. So,
and even if you're telling the truth, unfortunately, your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, Rich, and what's your reputation?
That was ever said in addition to that is a lie.
What's your reputation?
And no evidence could ever be presented otherwise because it can't be true because it didn't happen. So every little piece of this weird meme story that these people have fabricated,
he did.
And you believe it.
He confirmed the case number. Never forget it.
A death threat against my family years ago, and I had a small conversation with an officer on the phone saying, "Hey, in addition to the death threats, I'm also having some big problems with internet."
Bill, as a person who's had to call the cops, let's not forget what happened earlier this year. They always come out to your house. If you got a death threat, they're absolutely positively. There's no way they're not. They're not just talking to you on the phone if you got your life got threatened. Bullshit. That I'm almost 100% positive and certain of that.
And I'm pretty sure they would hand it off to a detective.
They have to come out to you. They come out to your house for smaller shit.
If not that day, someday.
It's someone saying
they would
that they have
have
a stolen credit card or whatever, and it's a mass amount of these things that I'm having at this point. Do the police deal with stuff like that? To which I was told, no, we don't deal with anything online whatsoever. The only capacity that we have is to deal with like human trafficking and stuff like that. You might want to speak to the FBI, but unless it's of a certain dollar amount, which is probably thousands to tens of thousands of dollars,
what the fuck?
no one's ever going to really help you. But
that's bullshit.
Here's a number if you want to call the FBI. And that was the final conversation I ever had with them about anything. Nothing ever proceeded after that. No one came to my house. No one.
Yeah, dude, you lost me when you fucking said that. You lost me when you said that you got your life threatened and they didn't come out to the house. That makes no sense.
Your life makes
they
no sense.
They always come out to the house.
How about
always.
You change it?
Now, the other shit, like, maybe they didn't come out. No, but even that stuff, they always come out.
No, but even that stuff.
Yeah, I don't believe this part at all, Phil.
looked at cameras. This is all complete.
Only people in weird wheelchairs believe this story. Yeah, Phil, you kind of gave yourself away. Oh yeah, I got someone threatened to murder me. The cops never came. Yeah, oh shit, there was an actual police report. I didn't know that. Good point.
Yeah, there was a police report and an actual case number.
Phil, they're not. If you said your life got threatened, they're absolutely coming out to your house. So you're lying.
Nonsense. So that entire story you've been told, whoever this fake person or persons are that have been involved on talking on a show, they literally all made it up. It's kind of like, you know what this reminds me of? Many, many years ago, when I left Machinima, all right, and I was looking for another partner network, and I joined Curse.
Meatloaf rotation.
I
I call
got
it.
Here we go.
an offer that was so good, it was too good to be true, but I wanted to test the waters with this company and see if they were going to give me managed partner status. So I actually had my other channel, not this channel, DSP Gaming, but I think it was my vlogging channel. I had that channel join their partner network for like 3 days. And I told them,
No, that's not the story, if I'm remembering it correctly. You were balls deep in this because you thought you'd make a bunch more money,
What
and it
up,
ended up being
bro?
a really elaborate troll. So you were part of some, like,
That's my favorite brand of gay.
John
Shell.
Carlos Hardwick donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
Imagine.
Overgrace Hardcore Slash kept saying
Imagine
he
if
called
I
the cops on the little
owned
girl
a
to get under
sandwich
your skin.
shop.
yeah, well, I don't even want to bring him up, man. He's a fucking, he still is talking about me, even though I've moved on from him.
all right, now give me managed partner status. And they said, oh, we can't do that. And I said, well, wait a minute. That was the agreement, is that you give me managed partner status once I join. And if you're going to go back on that agreement, then I completely back out of this deal. And I did. And that was it. I literally never spoke with them again. I detached my channels from them. And that was it. So that was the end of my involvement. From what
I'm not
understand,
sure
this is how
if
crazy
that's
this shit
the
gets.
case with
There were people
Curse.
claiming they worked for that company who were on podcasts and who were saying shit like, oh, yeah, we were talking with Phil all this time and this and that.
Oh,
it literally
shit.
never happened.
We
All
just
the shit
got
that
a
these people make up is
subscriber,
literally this
bro.
giant
Why
thing
didn't
about
it
it.
play the
Why
sound,
do I remember you
though?
panicking when you found out they were fake and looking to go back to Curse, though?
Well, thank you for the subscription,
The
bro.
vortex,
You were
right? The
supposed to get
vortex
a
of
sound
nonsense?
with the audio or
That doesn't
the
exist.
visual,
It's not real.
but
It's all
it didn't
fabrication.
play it for some
None of this stuff
reason.
is real ever. It's always they made
Some
up a story
bonkers.
to try to have content, and then they have people faking who they are and fake guests and fake announcements, fake stories, fake everything. None of it was ever real. And again, no evidence is ever presented because none of it can ever be presented because it's all
What's his name from the True Seekers didn't have evidence? It was damning 100% irrefutable evidence. You just barely hung on, and technically you didn't, in my opinion, to plausible deniability. Phil, you have a reputation for being a pathological liar. No one's going to believe you now.
So do you, Rich.
And you put yourself into this corner because
Like,
it's not like you
bro,
lied about a couple
you do
things.
too.
You've lied about countless things.
So do you.
always fake. But they've created this entire community of cult-like following where, oh, the next thing about DSP, the next weird thing about DSP, and none of it's ever real, but you just eat it up. You
Phil, but right now, the reason that this happens, you say you don't care about this stuff, but
And
you
the
did an entire
animation will
segment complaining
keep
about it.
playing.
So you just eat everything
I
up,
think
and like,
so.
oh, yes, eat it up. I want more drama about DSP when none of it happened. None of it. Listen, I'll tell you, I make mistakes on streams right here. This is where I sometimes make mistakes. I'll say something stupid, I'll get angry, and I'll rage, and I'll act like a fool on a stream, and that's the extent of it. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
There is no
if you
other
wanted
shit-
to see it
Yeah,
again,
they have
you can.
receipts for most of this shit. I mean, look, man, trust me, I know that people will
message?
just say whatever they want to say if they don't like
Probably
you too.
not.
But not this shit you're talking about, Phil.
going on outside of these streams. There's no drama. None of this is real. All this stuff is just completely made up. These people are fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah, I would go with the True Seekers.
People are crazy, man. It really is wild, the levels of insanity that people are willing to believe when none of it has ever been real. All right, we've got, wow. A whole bunch of tips came in that a police
do something,
officer
or is
was
that
called out to Darkside Phil's house.
Did I fuck
An
something up?
officer
I think I
arrives,
did.
and
Whatever.
There's a fucking a chain link fence with electricity on it and a bunch of security cameras on it.
No one ever said that either, Phil. They said you had cameras outside of your house, which is the only thing that makes me raise an eyebrow. Because if you had to have paid someone, that's the only way that would happen. Because you would never, and you can't plug something into an outlet without risking your life. There's no way I could picture you with like a tool belt on a roof.
And security cameras all over the house. Then they, ha ha, DSP's a paranoid loser who just sits at home all day. Ha ha ha. Couldn't be
It
further from the
didn't
truth.
play?
I love going out. I really do. Just that I work a lot, so I don't get to go out a lot. But now I've been going out more.
Phil, you told PPP you go out.
Maybe it only
plays
plays once per account. Let me see.
Are you lying about yourself? Why am I even asking? Why am I even
I'll
saying
reload
that? You know the answer.
Or in
the
fact, this
thing.
last week I had 2 days off with my wife, and we went out and did a whole bunch of fun stuff.
Follow.
We're hoping that we can do some stuff together, maybe over the summer, into the fall. We're trying to make some plans and shit like that.
Phil, you told PPP, who I don't believe with anything. He is a lying piece of shit. But you said this. I heard the audio, or I've seen the video where you say I only leave the house once a
the
week
video.
to run the errands
It
that need to be
broke?
run, and that's it.
Probably.
I lied about the Dropbox. Did I? Did I really? PP.
Yes, you did lie about the Dropbox, buddy. You did. You absolutely did lie about the Dropbox. You claimed that the Dropbox was hacked into, but it wasn't. You claim that the Dropbox was hacked into because it fell into a Target bag and clicked confirm on the two-factor authentication, and that's how they got into the Dropbox. You absolutely lied about it, bro. Hi, Big Chungus. Buddy. Good boy. We gotta pause the smoking because the dog came in the room.
He's always welcome to come on here. We could discuss that. I would love to discuss that.
The Dropbox? Yeah, drop the link right now. Wait, this isn't live.
But your fantasy doesn't make it reality. Just because you're jealous of me and you wish that you were me, and you're not.
Take a
you're
puff.
miserable wretch sitting at home
I couldn't
with
do
nothing
that.
around you but the internet that you type on to make fun of people.
Family members.
What's up, D? What's good, man?
I can't neither.
Thank you for being a
Rich,
member for
stop
5 months
fighting
too.
with Phil.
Oh shit, it's already 7 o'clock.
That's my favorite
It's
brand
already
of game.
7
Lyoko
o'clock.
Warrior donated $5
Oh
through
my
Super Chat.
god.
I think the reason his haircut sucks is because the receding hairline combined with the puffed up hair badly contrasts the quarter. Peach emoji. Fade.
Yeah, but no, even if he had the receding hairline, he could make whatever that barber is doing, man. It's like a bad character creation tool in the game.
Rich.
Doesn't mean that.
You
the
wish you
fabricated
could
story made up about
respect
me is
your
real, it
life
just means you're
because
losing.
it's nothing but failure after failure.
Oh, let's see here. I got a $10
You're
tip.
still at
Something
6
so insane.
members.
Someone went and found, apparently, I guess they're saying that they found the police report.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If that's too
Phil's getting snazzy, huh?
loud, by the way, let me know, because this sounded a bit loud. So if you think that's too loud, let me know and I'll lower that sound effect. But
Let me
someone went
see.
and found
That
the
was
police
loud.
report from years and years ago when I actually got that death threat, okay? They turned the police report into a giant fabricated memeable story so that they had fake content to put out on YouTube, including fake guests who claimed that they were people who they weren't. They made it all up. It's pretty insane, don't you think?
It was all everything. It was all a lie. Everything, except you lied about plenty of things. Okay, I'm gonna piss.
Excuse me? Please
Where
don't.
is the
Please do not.
Pat the NES Punk video? I know it's here.
Here, let me.
And then we'll go into Phil fapping. I'm gonna go piss real quick. I'll be right back. Again, if we hit
Why
the
are
50
we
member
gonna
goal instead
go
of
into
ending at 10
Phil
p.m., I will
fapping?
stay up until 1 a.m. I didn't even realize it's already 7 o'clock. That's why I'm mentioning it. So I'll be right back, and then we'll get back to roasting a man who looks like a grandma on Twitch who
It
e-begged
should have
almost as much.
played.
He actually
Okay.
makes it slightly more brazen at times.
Try
than
it
Phil at
again.
e-begging. It's
That's
pretty
my
impressive.
favorite brand of game.
Lyoko Warrior donated $5 through Super Chat. Look here, look, listen, criticize Rich for being high. Then complain
Yeah.
that you don't have an Be a man,
Well,
let's go.
He used to have that, I think. It's like, but Phil, you don't smoke pot. You don't take edibles. Why the hell you have some like fucking...
Sounds like bills and rent is due
he's
for
nuts,
Rich.
dude. Anyway,
you
I'll
are
be,
absolutely right. What's up, bro? How are you? Nah, he's not streaming
God,
right
why am I
now.
overthinking this?
He's not live. Did you try it again? I'll play it for you again if you want.
Big breasts. Big breasts.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Big breasts. Big breasts. Big breasts.
All right, there you go. I played it a couple times. I love that cooler. It's from Dragon Ball Fighters.
Big breasts. Big breasts.
It didn't show up? Are you sure?
Big breasts.
Okay, I'll play it again.
Big breasts. Big breasts.
Okay, there we go.
At the NES Punk, he's
Where someone who knew Epstein
There
said
we
that
go.
Epstein admitted he was afraid that Trump would kill him.
been a
He
YouTube and
he
podcast
does
staple
try and
for
do
over a
that
decade
Tim and
now.
Eric
His
thing.
flagship series,
I'm
Pat the
just
NES
trying to
Punk, was
give
started
you
all the way back
guys
in
what
2000.
you want.
This will explain so much. Oh, Kid A. Good taste. Why Pat was so butthurt about that Nothing Burger intro that Jay and I did.
But Rich, why are you so
He also
butthurt
had other
about
side
this guy?
videos
What
he
the
would
fuck
make,
is
such
he
as Ask
doing?
Frank, Flea Market Madness, and the video
Oh
game years.
God, I
Pat also
forgot I
created a
put the
mildly
parental
popular podcast called
advisory
the
thing
CU
over
Podcast.
Rich's face.
Video game years for a while were pretty decent, admittedly. They were trying to do like a VH1 thing, and it wasn't bad.
And as someone who's tried to
More
consume
Tim
all
and
of this
Derek?
content in
Yeah, I don't understand the direction
Yeah.
that Pat is trying to go with this.
Like
one
Tim
way
and
or another
8-bit
over the
Dares.
years, I gotta say, Pat Contry is mid as fuck. There is literally nothing about this guy that is at all compelling. Over the past 15 years that he's been on YouTube, he's done just okay. Definitely way more successful than me before the comment section. It's
Toe
all hot and
Tickler,
bothered, but
Timmy,
nowhere near as
and
successful
Darish.
as any of his
Yes,
peers, such
very
as
much
Gerard the
so.
Completionist.
Well. Oh, wait. This is an older video. But it ties into the Pat that we know and love now. So we will watch this. We will watch this too.
Mr. Norm, the gaming
But
historian.
Rich,
It just
why
seemed to
are
me
you
like Pat
so
was trying to emulate
angry
somebody
at
else's
this
formula
guy?
for success,
And what
but
the
was never
fuck is
comedically
up with
talented
that
enough to
dude's
achieve anything
hair?
that was
No, he's one of the worst actors I've ever seen.
What is up with
Filming
that guy's
worse, but-
exceptionally
hair?
different than any other mid-level video game YouTube channel.
Well, this was made
but
when?
then again, the guy does have
But
over
you're a-
250,000 subscribers. It's almost like early on in his career, he got a huge signal boost from an already very popular video game YouTuber. But who would put their neck out on the line for this guy?
Who gets signal
This is Dancing with
boosted?
Ghosts.
Who?
That was actually pretty good at it.
Thank you, Iviga, bro. I appreciate you very much, man.
Oh boy, it sure does bring back memories to see those shit quality videos from the golden age of YouTube after James Rolfe famously raised the bar with his
I've
angry
never
video game
been
nerd
signal
character.
boosted.
I mean, yeah, you got it.
I've never been signal boosted in my life.
It's kind of like they're like The Simpsons. You know, they aren't as good as they used to be, but they're still good enough to watch, which is arguable about The Simpsons. But you get my point. But he also raised the bar. He also raised the bar on like video production quality.
He raised
that's why a lot of people, especially in gaming,
He
try to emulate him.
raised the bar.
Because before him,
He
like
was an
YouTube was
old
literally just
dude,
people with really
and he
shitty
raised the bar.
camcorders. I mean, I'm not saying no one else did it well, but in the beginning, it was slim pickings on this platform. And to see something with the production value that he was doing back then was pretty close to unheard of.
Rich,
It's almost
you
weird
being
now
a
talking about
father
AVGN
is
in a
unheard
positive
of.
light, but you know, he was still new and fresh back then, and there was much more interesting ideas that had yet to be pursued. James Rolfe had beaten everyone to the punch when in 2006 he released his Castlevania 2 video game review. This video raised the bar in
that's
both
all he
production and
does,
writing.
dude,
The
is
video
fence
quality
sitting.
and
He
editing
never
were head
takes
and
a
shoulders
firm
above what anyone
stance
else
on
was doing at the
anything.
time. And James was funny to boot. Just the concept of getting angry at ancient video games was so novel that James quickly grew a cult following. Pretty soon, all the imitators were scrambling to upgrade their video capture.
Oh, God, yeah. Dude, there was so many imitators. Yeah, it felt like just home video, Sue. Early YouTube, 100%.
Abilities, learning how to use editing software, and actually trying to be funny, which, as most people know, the harder you try to be funny, the less funny you become. So in 2008, when Pat the NES Punk made his debut, all the chips were in place for him to attempt his own flavor of AVGN-style videos, and that he did. But I never watched any of them, because I didn't know Pat the...
Some of Pat's early stuff had a...
Bro, was that Rich? Was that Rich in the background? What was that?
Taters. Yeah, it felt like just home video, Sue. Early YouTube, 100%.
Abilities, learning how to use editing software, and actually trying to be funny, which, as most people know, the harder you try to be funny, the less
funny you are.
Am I just hearing shit?
So in 2008, when Pat the NES Punk made his debut, all the chips were in place for him to attempt his own flavor of AVGN-style videos, and that he did. But I never watched any of them.
No, that's definitely in the video.
Because I didn't know Pat the...
Some of Pat's early stuff...
Dude, what the
had
fuck,
a charm
Rich?
to it. Especially back in those days with the slim pickings. But he didn't have the talent to keep it relevant.
NES Punk existed. I only cared to watch the time-tested nerd videos. There were way too many videos on YouTube for me to even attempt to find anything that compared to an AVGN video. That was until episode number 104.
How are you? How you doing? Here in the basement. Well, you know why you asked me here? Yes, of course.
Rich.
Oh my God, Amiga in the box. Great computer system, but you know you shouldn't put it on top of the box, honestly, because it's going to damage the box. You get creases there and stuff.
In the Nintendo World Championships video, the nerd tries to acquire a rare NW...
Yeah, I don't understand why Pat is going with the 65-year-old grandma haircut. Actually, 75.
I don't know why you're even talking about
If he just got his haircut
this
short,
guy,
he would look
bro.
so much better. But
why
I
are
don't
you
know.
talking about him?
C-cart, but instead gets an inexpensive
What has he
reproduction.
been doing
It's
to
at this
you
point, I feel, the
recently
world gets
that
introduced
warrants
to Pat the
any
NES
of this?
I'll never own a complete NES collection. Wait a minute. I know somebody who might own a real NWC. Yeah.
Their weird parasocial relationship is just so goddamn strange.
Pat and the nerd interact
Yeah,
for
a
over
dude
10
with
minutes
no
with some
hair
of the most
criticizing
stilted
a
acting I've
guy
ever
that
seen
has
since
hair.
James started having B-list celebrities in
It's
his
like,
show.
okay
This very
there,
public
Rich.
cosign that James bestowed
Sure,
upon
buddy.
Pat did wonders for his presence in people's minds. For all we knew, Pat the NES Punk was just as good as the angry video game nerd. We just somehow missed out on watching his content. So then I looked up some of his videos on YouTube.
Jeez, of all the stuff I could have lost.
Spirit bomb.
Irreplaceable.
Where he literally is like, listen, this is from the Catalina collection.
Rich, how about you go and find a toupee? Maybe you can find one in the Catalina collection or whatever the fuck you're talking. Ozzy Cobb, my brother, how are you, man?
That's a terrible thing for you to say. You don't mean it.
Guys, I'm not
You're just
exaggerating.
farting around
when
in
I say
some
all of his
Dragon
videos are
Ball,
like that. The
watching
No, they
Rich
are. He's
be
right.
really stupid.
Which the ones in the beginning had a charm. Then it just, he was too limited to keep it going.
Rich,
Like, he
nothing
couldn't do
you
what the
do
Dirters do right
has
now with Happy
charm.
Ending Response.
Everything
You
you
know what I
do
mean?
just
Any
seems
try-hard
so
attempts at
phony,
jokes
so
resonate
corporate,
throughout the entire
and,
series
like,
with segments
fake.
of infotainment sprinkled in whenever actual video game footage is shown. Any kind of physical gags that are attempted don't come anywhere near even the earliest of AVGN physical comedy. And instead of being angry at the old video games, Pat is just goofy and sarcastic, which has got to be some of the earliest dad humor on YouTube. So you might be asking yourself, how did Pat Contri even grace that?
What's crazier, like all these dudes who have like the quartering.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
Move over, Gary Oldman. Pat Contry's coming in with no sense of humor whatsoever. Like, he really doesn't. Like,
Rich,
Pat
you don't
Contry, I
have a
think, has
sense
kids.
of humor. You think Sly's an actual
the quartering doesn't
Nazi
have
because
kids, yet
of
they have,
jokes
like, the
he
corniest
made.
dad
You
humor ever.
fucking
Yeah,
dumb
I just wanted
cunt.
some sauce on those zingers.
Like, just want some sauce on talking about South Park. Like, dude, you wouldn't know humor.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know it wasn't playing. Here, let me play it for you. I don't know why it's not playing. I don't know why. I don't know why. Here, let me go in and actually... No, that's not that. That's something else. I need that. Oh, shit. Let me... Disaster
If it
stream.
fucking was a horse dick and it slapped you across the face.
Hallowed man cave of the nerd back when it was still a show that was well liked by the majority of its viewers. Well, apparently, he just sent James a DM, said he liked his work, and included
Why
one of his
isn't
Pat the
it
NES
work?
Punk videos. James actually responded, and soon
I'm
they were
sorry,
discussing.
guys.
Which,
that
oddly
it's not
enough, is they are awful.
Shit.
They were still, Pat the NES Punk in the early days was still a lot better than a lot of the slop
Dude,
you were seeing on
he's
YouTube.
obsessed.
That's depressing, I know, but it is true.
Obsessed.
It's a collaboration.
I remember
Neil, I had to move over. Oh, I answered it. To move over, Gary. Look back. I said he has no sense of humor. Sorry, Neil, if I didn't say your name.
I sent them like my Action 52 review, I think.
Dude, I
sent them,
think
like, maybe the Black Box game review. I sent them definitely some Russian attacks. Since that was, that just
Rich
come out, and
might
that was my
be
first
one
sort
of
of,
the
like,
most
big video in terms of, like, the dude
parasocial
drop,
men
like,
on the
6 hours of
internet
shoot.
I've
And
ever
he
seen
probably
in
got
my
it, you know,
life.
it's like, he probably-
Yeah, like hear him with the shag hair was fine. But then he just let it, and now it's like gray too. Like, dude, just cut your hair. You would look like 10 years younger, and you wouldn't look like you just took a mop and fucking taped it to your head.
Did that work for
He probably
you?
gets 200 emails
Bro,
a day from
did that
fans.
work for
He
you?
responded to me after a couple of weeks, and I was like, wow. And he said,
It's
hey,
not
he basically
organic
said,
if
I'm not
it's
doing
not
private mention. He said, hey,
automatic.
I enjoyed your videos. You know, maybe we could, you know.
What was he? Did he show you his dick too? What do you
Oh,
mean?
no.
What private information? He said he liked your videos. He wanted to collab. What's super? Whatever.
You know, just say hi.
I mean, I'll tell you, I appreciate you for being here,
Pat's
man.
big claim to fame.
Yes, he does look like a grandma now. Unnecessarily too.
It's great when people
everybody
come
pretty much
by and
knows
just
about him
sit and
is that he owns
bullshit
every
for a
single
little
North
while.
America original Nintendo
know?
game. If you're not a video game collector, this may not seem like
I
a big
enjoy
deal,
you
but
being
it
here.
is on some
So
level if
if-
you're really
if
into the
that-
sport of
if that
collecting,
helps,
I guess. Take, for
I
instance, the game they were
appreciate
mentioning in the
you.
nerd video, Nintendo World Championships. This
And I
game fetches
appreciate your
six-figure
subscription.
amounts these days on websites like eBay. Now, before you start running to your grandma's closet, 99% of the Nintendo library doesn't
You need to go.
And on top of it, there's a lot of fake ass clones out there.
come anywhere near
Well, you're a
that
fake-ass
number, but there are
clone.
some rare and expensive games in that collection. And if you think Pat doesn't wear this as a chip on his shoulder, you'd be gravely
Oh,
mistaken.
no.
Most of Pat's personality is wrapped up around the fact that he owns a lot of rare games and has for a long time. Just the fact that Pat had a Nintendo World Championship Edition cart and James didn't.
Well, remember when Ian called him? What was it? Like, because he's a collector but doesn't touch his collection, and Pat was so butthurt
Rich,
over that. Before, remember that's
you're
where
a
before I get
father
angry
and
came
never
from.
see your children. You really
Was
want to
probably reason enough to have Pat on the show.
criticize
Much like James,
somebody
Pat
for
also
not
did a series
touching
of
their
side videos,
collection?
such as Ask Frank and Flea Market Madness. Now, Frank is an old dude who is apparently one of Pat's best and probably only true friends. Being that Frank is a boomer in every sense of the word, the Ask Frank series was a single camera shot where fans would
That's
ask
very
questions
true.
of Frank and chortle at his perspectives.
How come you're so cool?
Oh God, that's gonna be
This isn't even
Phil.
funny for recording. Well, I guess
That's
I am
gonna
laughing
be
right now.
Phil.
So, ha!
Bro, that's gonna be
Happy
Phil.
birthday, Brian.
Just be yourself.
How are you so cool? I don't know. Just be your. I don't know. Just I have a mustache.
Consider Frank a civilian in all of this. He's only ever tried to be a friend to Pat and could really care less about being on YouTube or garnering acclaim, unlike Pat, who's absolutely obsessed with both of those things. I won't be saying anything else about Frank because he seems like genuinely a good dude and someone that my dad would have been best friends with, probably. Flea Market Madness, especially the older episodes, is probably my favorite thing that Pat has ever done. Though it may not have been the first time somebody went searching for video games at a flea market POV style, I feel like Pat probably made
We
video
must
games
save him
hunting
from the
more popular with,
pignosis, bro.
Other people
How do
following
we
suit
save
after his series
Barney
garnered some
from the
traction.
pignosis?
Pat would wear his little spy glasses and straw hat as he
Guys,
bounced around from booth
we
to
must
booth buying
save
mostly
him.
junk or crappy action figures. figures that reminded him of his youth, but every now and then he'd find some killer deals on some rare retro video games.
Out,
Demon.
Demon.
Built up his video game collection so quickly by doing this. The guy had dedication. I mean, I certainly wouldn't dream of waking up at 6 a.m. to be at a flea market by 8, but Pat did that for years. He would later say in his podcast he would leave his girlfriend half naked in bed while he went and bought video games at the flea market. Priorities, am I right? The sellers at these flea markets weren't.
I mean, if she's a living girlfriend, you're with her, so you know.
Immune to Pat's dad.
I mean, this is kind of like Pat's thing. You're making me defend Pat here, but I could see what he's saying too.
Vibes, and that was one of the more painful parts.
No, they weren't bad. You're right.
How much has he given to Phil in the last month? About maybe $50, maybe $60.
A man returns.
That's my favorite.
No,
we're starting the stream now.
We can't save him. He's fallen to the dark side.
Restart the stream. Be a man.
Yes, let's.
Spam farts.
I will spam the farts. Yes, we are so close to the goal, man.
Someone call Obi-Wan.
Only 43 members to go, Altunas.
Yeah, $2 times
Yeah, we can hit that, no
25.
problem. Not a problem.
I don't want to rub and play with Michael Jackson.
He gives him a lot of money, I'll say that.
That's. Hi, my name's Michael. You want
Rich
to rub and play with me?
Phil. No, demented, no. We gotta get out of here.
You can rub my ass.
Wait, what?
You can see the title shift as the years went on, however, as sellers realized
Did he
what
just
games
say
they had
he
and
wants
started pricing
someone
them
to rub
affordably.
his ass?
No more sweet deals to be had for Pat.
Did he just say he wants someone to rub his ass? Phil or Rich, there's something wrong with you, bro.
Also, in the earlier episodes, it was common to see NES and Super Nintendo games for sale, but towards the end, it was all Xbox and PS2 games. And I don't know about you, but neither one of those gaming libraries does anything for me sexually. In 2013, Pat would...
Excuse me?
Well, because a lot of the shit, not that there wasn't good games then, but a lot of the shit you're going to find there, it just also shows how time moved on.
Launch what would go on to become his bread and butter, the CU podcast,
Rich,
or more formally,
when
the
are
Completely
you
Unnecessary
gonna move
podcast.
on,
After spending
though, bro?
numerous hours at a video game store
That's
called
the
Blue Video
question.
Games, Pat struck up an acquaintanceship with one of the employees, Ian Ferguson. Their conversations were so long and robust that Pat saw yet another opportunity to throw some more spaghetti at the wall and create a podcast. The CU podcast was born in its style of taking controversial
Austin Norris gifted 5 memberships. And now let me math. That puts us at 12.
video game topics and chopping them up into digestible YouTube segments proved to be a hit for Pat's fledgling channel. I feel like most people stumbled upon this podcast via the YouTube algorithm.
You know what? Until Pat, I used to actually like the CU podcast. I used to support it on Patreon.
Ocean water.
Uh-oh. Did you?
And then he fucking
you mean
showed
like
me he
Phil?
was a pretentious, insecure dick, and then I stopped doing that.
Ocean water.
You mean like when you
Podcasts were in their
supported
middle age at this
Phil?
point, and the market had yet to be flooded with millions of choices for whatever you might be
And
into. There were
continue to
thousands of
support
choices.
Phil?
Yeah, but the thing is, man, the
What
podcast
up?
wasn't bad.
Don't
If he wasn't
touch
such a
my
douche,
no-no
if they kind
square.
of kept up the same energy,
He supports him.
it would have been all right. But they blew it.
CU podcast became a fairly popular video game podcast, and
Now
Phil,
Pat's begging people to fix his hot
I did
tub.
it again.
and at first, I really
No, I'm not
enjoyed it.
kidding.
I would say around 4 or 5
I've genuinely called him Phil by accident at least 4 times now in this one stream.
years in, however, the podcast started getting stale.
He
First,
really
let's talk
does
about this
look
Ian
like that
Ferguson
one
guy.
South
On the
Park
surface,
guy
he's your
from
average
the
video
World
game
of
or record store
Warcraft
employee,
episode.
perpetually stoned,
If
condescending,
he had
definitely gives
a
off some
fucking
hipster elitist vibes at certain points. The
Bro,
guy
if
doesn't
he
seem to
had a
possess any social skills,
ponytail,
but
he'd
aside from
look
that, I think
exactly
after the
like
first couple
that
of years,
guy.
Ian just lost all interest in doing the podcast. There are so many episodes.
Yeah, I agree with this too. He was checked out for a long time. He never even really hit it. Like when Pat would ask him a question, he'd be like, I remember when I still kind of like, yeah, this is not, he'd be like, it's like, fine, I'll respond. He didn't say that, but
where his thoughts and opinions feel completely phoned in. Pat would go on this long and passioned rant
No.
about some menial piece
No.
of gaming news, and then toss it over to Ian, only for Ian to just sit in his chair and be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and it's like,
it's true.
I don't think I've ever seen someone so checked out from their own podcast, aside from maybe James Rolfe. God, could you see the two of those guys hosting a podcast, Ian and James? That would be the most autistic podcast.
yeah, I think, well, he met Ian. He was a manager at a game store. That's where he met Ian. And I
Oh,
guess
is
they started
that
chatting
what
and
it
became
was?
friends. So Ian wasn't into any of this shit. He was like,
So,
so towards the
how
end,
do
he was
you
like, "Get
know
on outta
so
here."
much about this
Guys
guy?
ever witnessed. But seriously, it's like,
Did you
we, the
A-log him or
listeners, feel the pain
something,
of you not
Rich?
wanting to be there. So just leave. It's so hard to listen to something when you feel like
He
one of the
does.
hosts is being
He
held against their
scans
will.
chat.
Another thing, I don't think
it is true.
Why
That's
am
my
my favorite brand of gay?
Pumpkin Jack 89 donated $4.
He does the
99
lean
cents
in
through Super Chat.
manual better
Never
than
liked Ian,
Phil
but Pat was
does.
fine. Pat wasn't cool after his Diablo rant. He wasn't out on Long Island calling himself a Nintendo God gamer, vomiting face emoji.
Yeah, dude, like, I gotta have to go watch who won. I didn't know Pat was streaming.
He
on
was
Twitch,
never
where
a
he streams,
tech
like, commercials
reviewer,
and doesn't
though,
say anything.
dude. That's why people are making fun of his
That's
Mudahar
wild,
video.
dude.
Because it is him.
I gotta check him out
It's
because it
him.
seems like they're a good time.
Ian actually likes Pat, like, at all. There have been so many times where Ian has had to explain something to Pat with clear annoyance in his voice, or he'll, like, just roll his eyes at Pat or just mock him in some way, and then he'll usually
Just like I brought up.
when he was talking about Pat's collection, and Pat got really butthurt.
Of course, like a chuckle in somewhere so it doesn't come off as completely hostile, but any chemistry they might have had is long gone. On the other hand, you have Pat, who is a complete narcissist. The guy thinks the world of himself. He thinks he's fucking hilarious, oftentimes laughing at his own statements. And yes, they are statements, they are not jokes. In doing research for this video, I've seen from multiple sources, even Pat himself on his Not So Calm podcast, that he is admittedly unliked by many people in the retro gaming scene. And
that is true. I've seen that as well.
After listening to a few episodes of their podcast, you can just feel the hubris and ego dripping off this guy. Like, just because you own a lot of video games, that doesn't make you an authority on the topic.
And I'm sitting here in San Diego. This isn't a woe is me. Oh, yeah, he had this other not so common. I think he had me on there once before he hated me. I'm pretty sure. He's like, out here, Ian has, his job at the store, and he's heard a lot. And the other collectors in San Diego, most of them don't like me. So it's
that's good.
It's a rough spot. Oh, whatever.
That's a good
Featuring
one.
Metal hidden gems. Just talking to you guys. I'll live vicariously through someone like you. It has a nice community.
But with all that being said, this podcast should really only focus on video games and should have never veered off into wrestling, sports, movies, food, whatever. These are all topics.
I really want to know what's up with that guy's hair. Like, it doesn't look normal.
Well,
it looks
no,
weird.
They saw, and they were admittedly right. There was, I don't know how, God, it was about 10 years ago now, so this may
is that a hat or is
that
his hair?
I don't remember the whole Coleco Chameleon thing with that dickhead, Mike Kennedy. I think it was his name. For me having a negative opinion on the console,
I know.
Trying to take that out of my video, too. Fucking asshole. That blew up because they called it out for being a fucking fraud, and it was.
What, you? Yeah, we know.
And then a lot of people admittedly went after them for trying to make the Amico into another chameleon, but it ended up being way bigger naturally, so they didn't have to do anything.
It's his ass.
Pat
that makes a lot of sense too.
Which had me reaching for the skip button with the quickness.
You make a very
Recently,
valid
if you check in
point.
with the podcast, you'll hear mainly about video game preservation and WADA. WADA is a company that rates the physical condition of
I
video
remember
games,
this.
and Pat
You
just
told us
can't
this a
get
couple years
enough of these guys. This might be a bad take on my part, but outside of a couple of 40 and 50-year-olds, who really cares this much about video game preservation? I get spending one segment of one podcast.
So true. Like, it's over, man. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Wave the white flag. Physical games are all but dead. Even if you go out and buy a copy of one. Yeah, there's some truth to that, Emery.
No.
That is quite literally a clone of Tommy Tellerico. There is some truth to that.
Talking about preserving old game cartridges, but these dudes bring it up in nearly every episode. Or they'll bring up some video game that's really high price. I believe Pat is constantly hammering this shit home because he has a very vested interest in what happens with the prices of retro video games, since it's been his life's work for nearly the past 20 years. Pat's NES collection is his...
Yeah, and he's probably sitting on $500,000 worth of shit, if not more.
Golden parachute into retirement, and if that market dries up, Pat might very well be fucked. Put it this way. If Pat never bought one single NES game and only ever used an EverDrive, I do not think we would be hearing about all this WADA and video game preservation shit. It's just fucking boring to listen to. Even
Carl Wilson getting us dangerously close to the goal with thank you, 13 members. Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate you too. Bob sitting there smiling in the sunset like a man.
He's sitting there in the sunset.
if WADA is a corrupt company or not,
Why are
I
you
don't
so
care.
obsessed
it's a boring
with,
ass topic.
like,
On the other hand,
men?
though, there were some highlights of the podcast. For instance, the massive Intellivision Amico debacle.
Which they were on point with. I used to go watch their videos and talk about it here. Hate them or not, they were on point with almost everything, if not everything, about the Amico.
Definitely breathed a little bit of life into the dying podcast. The Amico was a gaming console that everyone had a raging hard on.
They
for,
were right about
except
the
Pat Needham,
Amico.
who predicted the console would either fail or not even come to market to begin with. They caught a lot of shit for constantly hating on the Amico, but they turned out to be 100% right. And there were a lot of
what
baby
he
YouTubers
won't
who
tell
made
you
videos
is that he
shilling for
was
this
like
product who had
super
been
obsessed with it.
I myself was never interested in that stupid thing from the...
Some of them are literally...
Like, Rich was super obsessed with the Amico. He caped for that shit so fucking hard. Oh God, he had a sweater on. He gave Tommy Tellerico an interview where he fucking fellatiated him, dude. It was bad, but Rich won't tell you that.
Still shilling. Like, how could you still be shilling now? How? It's dead. It's dead. You're gonna get a pack. They're gonna give you like a pack of games you could buy on like the Switch and Switch 2 and other consoles. It's over. Accept it.
He's at $29, bro. God damn, I made more sitting here doing nothing today.
I don't even know if you're like a dude.
Are you a dude? You don't look like a dude. You look like a blob.
Plus,
like
Tommy
a blob
Tellerico,
fish.
to me, has always come across as that guy in the club that you always have to watch your drink around, if you know what I mean. Anytime the guys would cover a scammy-looking gaming system, that was always a highlight.
You never have
the
to
CU
worry
podcast
about
definitely had
that.
its
I
share
can
of
guarantee you've
These
never
guys
had to
are
worry
probably
about
at least
that,
a decade
dude.
older than many of their listeners, so whenever anything involving more online-based content would hit the news, Pat and Ian, they were usually...
Yeah, I kind of believe the KF console was... They made everyone believe the KF console was a real thing, and it's not like it couldn't have been a thing
Excuse
as like
me,
a novelty.
Toe
What's up,
Tickler
Izzy?
Timmy
How are
says
you?
no, he
Befuddled by it.
isn't.
Take the Diablo mobile game debacle. Blizzard put out a version of Diablo that was only available on mobile devices and was filled with microtransactions. The fans of Diablo were very vocal about their disdain for this maneuver, but Pat and Ian...
Should I push the goal out to 8? I feel like there's more people now than there was here before.
He's not
basically
getting
just
the
mocked
goal
them
he
and
wants,
accused
bro.
them of being entitled babies.
He's not.
You're all fucking babies.
So he's
Yeah,
gonna
these
push
little
the
boys.
goal
You're all
back.
babies. You're rude, first of all.
Yeah.
But you're all fucking babies.
Yeah, way to put someone on the spot who like probably.
Which I still kind of agree with my take. You had people expecting for like, because Diablo 3 came out in 2012. This whole thing happened, if I remember correctly, towards the 2018. That's almost 6 years, or about, if not a little longer. And then you tell them it's a mobile game. That's like, which they've done before. If Konami's like, we have a new Castlevania game coming out that's free to play on your phone. Fuck you, Konami. Fuck you.
They did make a free-to-play Castlevania
Even as a
game.
boomer, I embrace new tech.
But bro,
like,
they did
people
make
hate
a
me because I
free-to-play
jumped on the digital
Castlevania
distribution
game.
bandwagon relatively early. But
This guy's a
yeah,
dum-dum.
Pat, they wanted a. You were just being super boomer here, dude. People wanted a AAA game and they were getting a free-to-play shit. I'm sure the game makes them a bunch of money now, but I don't hear anyone who is truly into Diablo singing that game's praises unless I'm missing it.
I mean, it's not like they made the final fucking call. No.
Push the goal to 1 a.m. Okay, is it?
And you're not the ones who made the call for not announcing anything else, and you're putting on them making them feel fucking stupid. For your little fucking.
That's
little
also,
5
this is
minutes
the
of entertainment
worst
in your fucking
Batgirl
videos.
of
It's
all the
disgusting. And they're the
Batgirls.
reason you're there, because they gave you these franchises for you to go to fucking BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Looking back...
But Pat, I'm talking to Pat from 7 years ago now. It was 6, whatever. Can't do 7. Whatever, fuck. Almost 7. No one had ire with the developers. Okay, I will do 8:30. I will do 8:30. We hit 50 by 8:30. Because it is true, you're like, there is more people here now. So
8:30, bro. Give it up.
I mean, I appreciate the support's been crazy already, guys. Thank you.
Now, this seems
What's
like
up, Ruala?
such a
How are
bizarre
you?
take on the situation. As a result of their mockery, many fans turned against Pat.
Bro,
Ian.
it's
There
just
was
a
also the thing
circle
with
for
PewDiePie
him.
dropping the N-bomb,
Joey?
which led to Ian's famous, his heart is a sewage pump quote.
It's literally just a circle for him. He will always go back to the well and try and get water from the well, no matter how old it is and how stale and disgusting the water is. He'll always go back to it every single time, because Rich, for as much as he criticizes Phil, he has no content himself. That's why if you watch him, he's always making or watching Lebroski or watching fucking LOLcow Live or watching somebody else's content. He's never really doing anything himself. For somebody that claims that this is his job, he never really does anything for himself. And then when he does, it's just regurgitating articles that he read online. He never really does anything original. Except for his Netflix quality documentary, which was absolute fucking dog shit. Oh, and his weird ass ASMR channel.
They're not all 12-year-olds, but they're 14, 15.
His
And
heart's a
that's the-
fucking sewage pump.
Which,
Like
Look,
Rich?
I forgot exactly what happened, so let me refrain from my PewDiePie take with that. Yes, 8:30 a.m. I'm having the goal till. What's up? What's up, 2017, man?
Cover other cows for a change? Absolutely. Who would you guys recommend?
kind of became a meme there for a bit for being such just an over dramatic, cringy statement. Well, that
Ruala gifted 5 memberships. Thank you.
That was at least my takeaway from it. So another series that Pat attempted was the video game years. This was a
You're at
series that
19.
tried to be.
This is a video game years.
Thank you, Brett. 19. Supersonic Star also gifted a membership. I kind of have a burp, but don't. Sorry.
Ocean water.
Ugh. It's like a burp hiccup combo.
Format of a show such
Neil
as
Williamson, I said your name.
one or something you might have seen on G4 in the early 2000s.
Those were kind of good. Gunjack. What? You guys are nuts. Thank you.
Ocean water.
Why? And
It's like those times where I've lowered goals and then we end up exceeding the original. That's happened a few times where I've lowered. Like, all right, I'm going to lower the goal. I think it's more fair if I lower it. Then we end up hitting the other number, the original number, and exceeding it, which I'm not complaining about. The bird isn't complaining either.
Ocean water.
Yeah, his videos are great, dude.
in 2015, Pat thought this would be content that
I do feel
buckle
really
up. I
bad.
know we've watched this before.
I'll work on my pop-ups and I'll make sure they're working for the next stream. I don't.
But I
mean
kind of
that
wanted
they're-
to give. I was
don't
like, oh
mean
shit,
to
I'm
have
glad I
them
had
not
this in the
working,
list because I
and that
remember I
sucks.
said I remember saying when I did it.
God
Let
damn
me
it.
put his original video in the list so people kind of get the
no.
cliff notes. God, it's
He's
over, so
not.
probably what the fuck are
The
cliff
last
notes? A
job he
synopsis
had was like
of what Pat is, so you
Radio Shack?
understand this live stream
Ocean
video.
water.
Listen, there's a lot of ocean water.
A lot of ocean
God, you have
water.
breasts.
Water.
What's up, puppy? What you doing?
Buenos noches, Ricardo Pam Bonnie.
Buenos nachos. Yo, kid
That's my
ate
favorite brand of game.
tacos.
Poodle Plotno donated $4
just
and
flat out
99 cents
taking-
through Super Chat. Buenas noches, Ricardo. Pam Bondi just ordered prosecutors to start grand jury probe into Obama over Russia investigation. The lunacy continues. Parrot emoji.
2 people are going to start rioting in the streets.
Dude, they're gonna do everything but release those Epstein
This is all
files.
because he's just trying to get the focus off of him, and he
He
thinks doing
sold
this shit will get the
RC
focus off of him.
helicopters. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. Kane's phone battery is on 69%, by the way. So
He wouldn't shut up about the quartering. Oh, I know. And then he chickened the fuck out, bro.
Why are you sick, dizzy, and nauseous?
People would want to watch.
Rich
on YouTube
is just the
beyond me.
biggest bitch.
He would consistently say how this
He-
show had such high
he
production
chickened the
value.
fuck
and how he
out
even
when
tried
it
selling it
came
on
to-
Amazon, which would have been kind of hilarious if Amazon had
to
picked the show up.
fucking.
I don't think the production value on that show was bad.
He spent all that fucking time, right, getting into that argument with the quartering, and nothing ever came of it. Literally nothing. So, I agree. He wasted everyone's fucking
I don't know. This
time.
show just kind of looks like ass to me, to be honest. Like a bunch of mid-tier YouTube e-celebs sitting in front of a shitty green screen.
Well, that's also true. Jared. Again, I saw his dick, and I really didn't want to. That was a dick I did not want to see, and he was wearing a Sailor Moon outfit while I saw his dick.
Well,
and
that's because
I will remember that moment.
You were like
describing
super
what a Game Boy
obsessed
is
with him.
when your entire audience base are people who are well aware of what a Game Boy is. There were just so many other media outlets that have done shows like this, but done them better. And that
it's funny how I get up just on a list, but I just popped open an email real just to make sure nothing important popped up, and I still get emails to do sponsorships for Review Tech USA. Like, yeah, tell me you have my name on an old list without telling me.
Yeah.
You have my name on an old list.
talking head style
God,
of
Rich
infotainment
has
was
done
out of date
some
even
really
back in 2015.
cringy shit.
Then we have the
Some
books.
really
the NES books have
cringy
controversies
shit.
all their
You would just see a belly button with balls, Kane.
own, and honestly, I don't really give a shit.
No, Ian is a pretentious queen. 100%. Some of you know that
You're
I'm not lying.
pretentious and fucking narcissistic, bro.
Yeah. There's no valid criticism of my Dropbox. However,
what?
Who you're here for? One of them dated a pedo and one's a
What? There is absolutely valid criticism of your Dropbox, Rich. What are you talking about? There is absolute, like, just off the top of my head, Jay confirmed that you had, like, full-on pornography in that Dropbox. But you're going to say that there's nothing to criticize? Nothing? That's bullshit.
pedo themselves. I'm not a pedophile.
He has a tattoo of a guy on his
difference?
arm.
You could
No.
donate more, though.
Ocean water.
Ocean Wooter.
Listen, it's true. Phil Gates Luscious Nips. That may be the best name ever. Thank you for donating a membership. I would just show my belly button.
Yeah, he
no,
practically
listen,
did confirm
I'm not going
it
to
all,
horrify
dude.
anybody. Like Jared horrified me. How did I even see that picture?
Yeah, so I don't get what the fuck he
Did
how
someone
he
send it to me?
he
It's like, here,
claims
check
it's
it.
not
Like, oh
the
shit.
truth, but
Maybe it
is.
was Jay. I could be wrong about that.
About them, but I guess you do, so here goes.
I mean,
there was a writer named
sucks
Brett
for him.
Weiss.
Phil Gates Luscious Nips. I remember this story, and this is true. This something to do with him making a book too.
Dude,
and Pat was being a
when
dick
I get
because he
off
was making a
stream,
book.
I'm gonna read this fucking book.
Rich, the super chats
I've
and
been
memberships
thinking
aren't
about it.
showing. Don't. Oh, I know why. Here. Had the layering in the wrong order. My apologies. Should be fixed now.
It looks like it's gonna be a really fun read, dude.
Who had contributed like 60 of his reviews for Pat's first edition of his Ultimate Guide
Sorry,
to the NES
Sonic
book.
Superstar.
But upon the third edition, Pat removed all of Brett's reviews and redid them. Pat also soured on Brett because apparently Brett was
making-
writing a Super Nintendo book around the same time as Pat's
Sean
Super Nintendo
Boyle.
book. So Pat
Thank
blocked
you.
Brett on social media and wouldn't respond to his messages. If you check Brett's website, he assumes Pat did all this because Pat saw him as the competition.
Ocean
Are we noticing a
Wooter.
pattern here yet? Having
It's
a
the
fragile ego
Wooter.
plus heaps of narcissism.
Again, it's like with Phil, like I was saying before. There may be things that Phil is telling the truth with, but he has told so many lies, and his reputation precedes him, I think is the right term. How could you believe him now? Pat, you are known as one of the most insecure dudes on this platform. Maybe
I
the-
have no
Andy Worski
idea.
beats you. But
I think Trump might have said it once or twice, but I have no idea what the fuck it means. I really don't.
yeah, this can't all be wrong.
Equals not being a very likable guy. Now,
Yeah.
I bought
yeah.
this thing's fucking
I'm
heavy.
a size
I bought
queen.
Pat's first NES book back in the day because it just seemed like a cool idea, and I had already purchased Jeffrey Wittenhagen's Super Nintendo book because I really enjoyed this one. So I was like, oh,
Okay, all right, dude. I'm a pedophile then.
Yo, you're welcome.
I'm not going to fight with you about it.
I'll enjoy this one.
What? Well, I mean, if you admit it.
Smiley face emoji, alien emoji.
Like, I don't give a shit. So thank you, Sean Boyle, for being a member for 8 months.
Like, I don't give a shit to prove myself to you. Have a good day.
Too. But upon receiving Pat's book, it felt wordy and the reviews felt a little too long and meandering. I found myself honestly just looking at the screenshots inside of the book instead of reading the actual reviews. And apparently,
Dude, I don't
buddy,
get half
Pat
the
and I
fucking
are also
shit that
best
he
friends, and we're
says.
going to be streaming together full time on his Twitch channel. Can't wait.
Huh?
Yes, he was in a
Maybe-
Porn
I think-
Stars episode. Yes, he was. That is true.
Maybe he was provoked by somebody in his chat, but him just like coming out and saying that makes no goddamn sense. Why would you say that, Rich?
Pat, that is.
Norm felt the same way.
Although the reviews are full of good information, the write-ups are kind of bland. They are
Thank you.
very basic descriptions that tell you about the game and how it plays. These aren't very fun to read, but
All right, thank you,
eventually
Mike
I
Wells.
just stopped reading the descriptions and only read the reflections. If I wanted to know what kind of game it was, I just looked at the 4 screenshots at the bottom.
Ouch. That had to have hurt on some level. Pat took an opportunity to clap back at Norm when he appeared on Pat's Not So Common podcast.
Of course.
Yeah, and I hope my check's in the mail for that review because.
Well, not if you said the what was that? I had an issue with you. You said the reviews were a little bit. You said,
What the fuck is
pedestrian or
that
dry?
hair, bro?
You said they were bland. And then you said, "Oh, that's not that bad." I'm like, that's pretty bad. And you could have used dry. Dry sounds bad. Well, Pat, you don't really have a good sense of humor. We know what you're writing. I didn't think the book was that bad. To be
But
honest,
Rich,
with you.
neither
It's a
do
well done
you.
book, in my opinion. But I mean, you're Pat.
Crackhead hair
Trust
energy,
me, if
bro.
Norm the Gaming
Absolutely.
Historian didn't have 4 times the subscribers as Pat, he would have gotten it a lot worse. At the end of the day, I don't see what specific value or talent Pat brings to the table. His books are okay. The podcast is okay. All the bajillions of projects
Pat the okay. Pat the mid punk.
he's undertaken are just okay. Except Pat the NES Punk videos, those are actually pretty fucking far from okay. They're quite bad. Ultimately, I think Pat has fallen short of emulating his idol James Rolfe, who, for better or worse, will definitely be remembered long after he finally retires, if that ever happens. But, I mean, Pat clearly is doing something that people...
Why would James? Even if he gets those juicy sponsorships, and I know they're, I know they're paying good because he still mostly hits 1 million views per Angry Video Game episode. And I know what sponsors pay for that kind of viewership. You wouldn't retire either, even if you weren't feeling it. That's for sure.
Like he was able to get the catapult from James Rolfe and run with it and sustain it. Pat is a complete convention whore as well, so apparently some people out there do actually want to see him. That's more than what I can say for my band. I just think the dude has compromised every step of the way to try and gain
you look
the
like a
adoration
guy
that he so
that
desperately
thinks he's
craves
in
from the
a
general
band.
public. I mean, why else would you go on a garbage show like Pawn Stars and act like you're going to sell your Nintendo World Championship cards, knowing that there's no chance in hell that you're actually selling your precious game cartridges to these con men, but you just so badly want to be on TV that you act like you're going to do it. I feel kind of bad for the guy when I objectively look at his life. Like, still living alone in your 40s is a reality
I do
that
like
not many
his
people want for
setup,
themselves.
though.
Just
I'll give
surrounded
him
by
that.
rooms full of
He
ancient
needs to
relics from
fix the
childhood.
one on
I mean,
on
who
the
doesn't
left
like to dip
there?
their toes into the nostalgia
But
fountain
I
every
do
now and
like
then? I
his
think it's only
setup.
natural, but I mean,
The
this
red
dude like
and
set up a
black
house in the
looks
nostalgia
nice and
fountain
it
and lives there.
contrasts
We
nice
go about
with
He's
the desk
he's
in
like
the
a
front.
Neverland Ranch of Pat.
out our days as the adults that we've become after we,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
watch an old movie from our childhood,
that
play an old
hair,
video
it's
game that
just
reminds us
like,
from
what the
you know,
fuck
about
is
being kids
that
or whatever. It's like, cool, do that, and then you go back to like your normal adultness. But like Pat just perpetually
What's up,
lives
big
in this
dog?
state of like being a 10-year-old. I guess just shit got really bad for him as he got older. I'm also not saying that there's anything wrong with
Jesus.
collecting things, but I do feel like there's a difference between collecting and hoarding. I mean, with Pat, God, it's got to get awfully lonely at night when he's lying in bed with only the Donkey Kong plushies keeping him company.
Remember I found out later he had one, and then I saw the review. He had one in a video that was me.
What?
This is when he was still angry about the fact we criticized his take, and he was mad at the intro Jay made talking about Diablo Immortal.
Godspeed, NES Punk, and enjoy one of Frank's Italian sausages on me. Or for me or something. Anyway, that's every drop of shit I have to say about Pat the NES Punk. I did not want this video to end up being this long, but son of a bitch! Here we are. Anyway, as always, let me know what you think about Pat the NES Punk in the comments below, and until next time, have a good rest of your night. And
You
as a result of me
really
doing this
need to
video, I may
fire
actually
the
end up
person
on
that
one of Pat's
did your
podcasts, 'cause
hair,
he tends to
dude.
like to talk about people who make videos about him.
There are more rewrites of the
All right, we'll go. Now we need to go into this absolute banger of a video.
Rich will never let anything go. He can't.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is wild work. Buckle up for this one.
having dispenser pack.
More?
Well, it looks like I'm talking about this guy again, Pat the NES Punk. If you're in the retro gaming world, you probably know.
Why is Justin Silverman on his shirt? I want Justin Silverman on my shirt. I'm not kidding. Oh my god, Pat the weird Twitch grift. And it's so true. Really? They're giving this guy hate for this?
Hate for what?
But it's so true. Like, even if you like Pat, how could you? All right, whatever.
Know who this guy is, especially if you listen to gaming podcasts or watch YouTube. Pat has a few claims to fame under his belt. He was on an episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd back before it started to suck. He owns virtually every single North American original NES game, including the ultra-rare Nintendo World Championship card.
And look, like, you could see the look of, first off, that fucking hair.
Right,
The only
dude?
way that
What
hair could
the
be
fuck
justified is if he's with a
that?
woman that
So
like,
did
oh yeah,
he.
you have a mop on top of your head. Just
He
makes me
looks
leak
like
on the floor.
a rejected
I don't
Green
understand
Day
any other
character.
reason. Like it's not like with Donald Trump where his weird ass hair he's known for and it's a brand thing. He's not relevant enough to have a brand.
The gray one and the gold one. He was briefly featured on that scripted-ass pawn shop show, Pawn Stars, where he got 15 seconds of
That's when the helmet was starting to emerge.
visibility on national TV. Pat has written books, hosted several podcasts, created YouTube content, and made a lot of acquaintances in the YouTube e-celeb sphere. But if you know anything about my channel, you know that about a year ago I made an in-depth video talking about how mid I think Pat is and how
Oh yeah, why is it looks like he's trying to seduce? I brought a Nintendo over. It's time for butt sex. What is going on? It's like, here's my Nintendo.
Why
Spread
do
your
you
ass.
instantly go to butt sex, dude? What the
this
fuck
content
is
isn't
wrong
very
with
good
you?
in my opinion. Well, I probably would have just left things how they were since Pat seems to be closing up shop on most of the things he's known for. His once well-regarded CU podcast only comes out like once a month now, if that.
Because Ian doesn't. I'm just speculating, but I almost guarantee this is accurate because Ian doesn't really want to do it anymore.
Oh, is that what it is?
Pat can't hold down a podcast by himself. I remember I think he did it like once or twice, and I listened. And it was not. Wasn't a great experience.
There's no more Flea Market Madness videos, and I believe he's finally retiring his terminally unfunny Pat the NES Punk series on his YouTube channel.
There's Frank. Remember when Jay and I made joke? They were at Frank's house, and there was
Why are
like
you
some
getting so happy? This is literally
picture in the background, and Jay and I made a joke about it.
Okay, so it's literally Meth Bear. What's up, bro? Oh, you guys are doing so much it canceled out the audio. That's funny. Rich. I forgot what I was gonna say, but Rich is fat and ugly. We'll just go with that.
And Ian was like, "That's his niece's picture."
Oh, now I remember. Rich, why are you so happy? You're like a guy in like having a midlife crisis or like a realization, right? That, oh my God, everything that I could do or can do is behind me, and I'm trapped in this perpetual loop of bullshit where I have to talk about these weirdos online all the time. What the fuck?
Or something like we were supposed to know.
What the fuck? Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who try to make it like I was dick riding the Amico till the very end, which is factually
You
untrue.
were? You
But it is
literally
what it
like
is.
It seems like all he really wants to do these days is
you
write
gave
guidebooks about
Tommy
various Nintendo systems
Tellerico
and
an
watch old
interview
TV
where you
commercials on
slobbed
Why
on
does he
his
always
knob.
look like that in every single picture? Do you ever notice? Why does he always look like he's like thirsting for your ass? Maybe he is.
But then someone in my Discord posted this image as kind of
Yeah.
a lol, look how weird Pat is kind of thing. And it triggered me. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a list of things that Pat was deprived of as
This is wild.
a kid.
But wait for the twist. Wait for the fucking twist with this. You couldn't. It's like if someone wrote a script of what we find out here, I would be like, that's insane. But it's the internet.
That if mentioned
But
during
it's
one of
the
his Twitch streams
internet.
could get you a timeout or even banned. But the fun doesn't stop there on Pat's Twitch streams because there also exists an extensive list of things you cannot slander or else you may find yourself banned or in a timeout.
Which is, I heard this. This is. So you can't talk shit about these will get you actually banned. If you talk shit about Utz potato chips, that's the fattest thing I've ever seen, and I'm fat. Waterpick, Wawa, Wendy's, and whatever else Pat may add. Also, don't tell Pat what isn't. It isn't funny. What isn't funny. He's worse than Phil. You can't tell him what's funny. If you do, you're fucking banned.
Nope, not a single
That's
word
wild.
of
Listen, you
criticism.
don't like the same potato chips I like.
and
I'm
made
banning you.
excuse after excuse
Well,
after
to say these things
excuse
grabbed my
why
attention
he
would be an
didn't
understatement. The original
take
poster
for
on
it.
my Discord went on
But
to
he
tell
did.
me about all kinds of other various eccentricities that go down on Pat's Twitch streams. And they are vast! From near constant e-begging to getting into arguments with his mom on stream, Pat's Twitch streams reveal yet another layer of how truly bizarre and grifty this guy is. Stick around. This
Yeah,
Hey,
it's.
buddy.
I saw him like, no, he can't be that. I mean, I could see him being boring because he's just not a really entertaining guy. He wants to be, but he's not. Kind of
But
like someone
neither
else that we
are
all know and love.
you.
I suck
Rich.
Boogie's nipple, I suck 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 Boogie's suck, I suck Boogie's nipple, I suck Boogie's nipple, I suck Boogie's nipple, I suck Boogie's.
Ape and Eric, I fucking hate you.
Why do you hate him? Because he criticizes you?
Anyway,
Aw,
Justin Silverman's looking like a snack
boo-hoo.
on his shirt.
Poor
Let's continue.
Rich.
Dancing with Ghosts.
I don't remember having dispenser pack. I think I was off the double tape by then.
This is all he does now. He watches a bunch
But
of
Rich-
old commercials and barely
Okay,
talks
this
allegedly.
is actually where I
Dude, we're gonna have to
came
go
in
check out his
yesterday.
streams after this. I got to be careful. He's such a butthurt man that he.
This is where I came in yesterday. All right. So, Rich, this is everything you do. You watch QVC, which is literally just long cartoons, just long infomercials. That's all they are. They're just long commercials. And you're gonna criticize him for doing what you do? Oh, buddy, what's the matter with you? We're gonna check in on Phil real quick. Uh-oh. Good Lord. I don't want to watch 20 minutes of him doing bullshit. Let's check in on Phil real quick. Goddamn, me brains no work. Hot memberships. Look at how pissed he is. He's like, he's going all stroke face, Mr. Burns hair and shit. He didn't.
What was the point of that?
Jay did. And that's what Rich doesn't understand. It wasn't Keemstar that was setting up Rich. It was Jay. Jay set Rich up. And Rich doesn't want to realize that. He wants to be friends with Jay again. But he can't because he took advantage of Jay. And told Jay that his friendship didn't mean anything.
Best time yet.
He's seething over Donkey Kong. Bro, how much is he? He's only made $30.
Layers that had nothing to do with anything, basically.
Bro, he's only made
is it nice
$30
to see
bucks.
Diddy and Dixie in the game, yeah, but they didn't really have any purpose. So,
He's only made $30. Oh, this is great.
Hey, you guys,
right.
Donkey Kong's
That
gonna
was
go away.
insanely fast and pointless.
You better give me money.
I feel like they just wanted to have a reference to the older games, and this was the only way to do it, to just wedge them in like that. But there was no point to that
That's
at all.
all. That's what I look for as soon as I turn on a Phil stream, just to
What
see
the
how much he
heck?
made. Because then you can gauge what kind of stream it's
We
gonna
just
be.
went through two completely pointless layers.
I'm glad you got to see her friends again. Racing with Rammy was fun too.
Beautiful.
I guess life down here wouldn't be that bad. But if I don't get home, Grandma will worry. Do you have friends waiting up there too, DK?
Cheap member berries. I mean, yeah, that was basically a reference to Donkey Kong Country, right? So if you played and liked Donkey Kong Country, you're probably like, oh, awesome. Otherwise, like, what was that for?
What's wrong with a little nostalgia base?
We're almost to 17,000. We need, apparently we're gonna need 17,000 at some point.
We're gonna need 17,000
for sure.
The Radiance Layer. Okay.
All right. You guys want to go check out Rich's PlayStation video?
They want me to talk about the specs.
They want you to talk about the specs. They want you to talk about the specs.
It's so weird, dude.
You are a man with hairy breasts and not pecs.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
so
First off,
weird.
everybody, real quick shameless plug. Make sure you check out my
His
ASMR
videos
channel.
are
Link
fucking
below in
terrible.
the description. Top pin comment.
I will
I'm gonna
never
have a new
subject
video
you guys to
coming up
his
this week.
ASMR
So if it's
videos.
up there, I talk
Never.
about portable consoles. I talk about tech. I just speak to you softly. Even if you don't like ASMR, you may like the content there. So go check it out. So I could soothe you like a man. So I have gotten demands, literally, in my live streams. You should go check out my live streams. I live stream on a pretty damn regular basis on this channel to talk about the PS6 specs. Like, Rich, why the hell aren't you talking about them? You've talked about specs of every single console before, at least for the past decade plus.
But
why not now?
bro,
And I'm like, hey, that's
why-
a good point. You're right. I didn't keep up with them, but now
Why?
I have the specs right in front of me. Shout out to Moore's Law is Dead. I'll have a link to his YouTube channel below in the description.
Why did you delete?
Yeah, I got some interesting things to say. It's not all negative and it's not all positive. Anyway, here we go. Here are the specs.
First off,
then we'll
your
discuss and I'll
audio
give you
is
my take on
fucking
everything.
terrible.
So the PlayStation.
Look at this. Look at this. We got a T-pose right off the bat, boys. T-pose. T-pose, ladies and gentlemen. T-pose. Because this guy has to rock back and forth on the X and Y axis, bro.
6, which they're
Told
expecting
ya.
to come out in 2027. Feel about that as you may, because it feels like the 9th generation didn't happen. I'll talk more about that later when I start complaining. But here are the specs that Moore's Law got. This information is from 2023, so take that as you will. Some things may have changed, but from what I'm hearing, and Moore's Law said this as well, when Sony has a hardware spec direction, they usually stick with it. They stay pretty consistent, so whatever. But something still could change. Now,
So
even though
this
it's
is
not the
just
first thing on the list, it's the first thing I want to talk about because
Why
it may
are you
not seem
talking
interesting.
about this? Why are you talking about this? If it's information from 2023, why are you talking about this? It's obviously going to be outdated.
But it is. Now, the PS6 is going to have 160 watt TBP, which is total board power. The PS5, the base one, actually had a TBP of 220 to 250 watts. I couldn't find anything. Again, maybe there is something out there, but I may have missed it, that the PS5 Pro is around 160 watts TBP too. So they're making this more powerful next-gen system be at least as efficient. Maybe the numbers I have for the PS5 Pro for its TBP are wrong as the PS5 Pro, while making the PS6
I might be wrong.
outclass it. So it's
then
more
why would
efficient
anybody listen
and
to what
more
you're about
powerful.
to
It may
say?
not be the huge leap that people are hoping for and expecting, but nonetheless, it's going to be more efficient and more capable than the current gen PlayStations that we have. Now, in terms of what they're going to be doing for graphics in the PlayStation 6, obviously, again, Sony is sticking to AMD for the CPU and GPU. We're going to have Zen 6 cores for the CPU. Let me get into that first. They're going with 8 cores. I'm assuming it's going to have 16 threads once again, but it's going to be based on Zen 6 or even newer than the current gen PS5 and PS5 Pro, where the CPU is based on Zen 2 architecture. Now, going back to graphics, we're going to have RDNA 5 in the PlayStation 6, and we're going to have 40 to 48 compute units running at least 3 gigahertz. Now, that may sound like, hey, that looks like it's cut back from the PlayStation 5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 Pro has 60 compute units, but those are based on RDNA 3 architecture. So even though the PlayStation 6 has less compute units than the PS5 Pro, it's based on newer AMD RDNA technology, so it's still going to be a noticeable improvement over the PS5 Pro. It's not going to be scaled back. Don't just go by the black and white numbers that you're seeing. It's going to have 160-bit or 192 bus with super fast GDDR7, and its rasterization performance, again, that's where they take the lines and the triangles and they make them into pixels so you can see them on your screen, is going to be about 3 times the PlayStation 5.
You fell asleep.
But ray tracing is definitely going to get a huge boost.
I know he
due to the
talks
RDNA 5 GPU that's going to be inside of the PS6. Now, here's where things get interesting, too. I didn't hear about this until, well, making this video because I was looking into things. There was a power saver mode that was introduced for the PlayStation 5 that doesn't really save any power. It's a low power mode for developers to work with to make their games function in this mode where it cuts down the performance of the PS5. But for the 2 cents it may save you on your electric bill a year, it doesn't really make sense that it exists for that reason. What many people think, and it's almost guaranteed that Sony's coming out with this, is that this low power mode for the PS5 is made so devs can make sure their games work on the upcoming PS6 portable. Yeah, that's what it's more than likely really about. I have the specs for those. I'll get into those, and then we'll discuss the specs of everything. PS6, the PS6 portable. We'll discuss the specs of the Bird, whatever. Anyway, here they are. So first and foremost, the PlayStation 6 handheld is going to have a monolithic 3 nanometer die. Now, what the hell does monolithic means? It's going to be a single integrated circuit that contains all the necessary components and everything you need for a particular function, such as a processor or a chip. So they're not going to have little chiplets all over. It's just going to be on one die. Everything will be on there that the PS6 needs to function, at least when it comes to the CPU and GPU. It's also going to be backwards compatible with the PS5 and PS4 generations. Of course, the PS3 is left out again because no one wants to deal with the cell processor, even though there's been emulators made by like enthusiasts in the community for free. But okay, that actually, I remember seeing someone running PS3 games on an emulator, and they were running it on an AMD FX 8350. But Sony can't get it to work on current gen consoles. Whatever. They don't want to deal with PS3. Now, Canis, that's the code name for the PS6 handheld, is going to have a micro SD card slot. Hopefully, it's micro SD Express, because playing games off of even a fast micro SD card, it's just too slow. It's too slow. And when you play games off an SD card, even on a Steam Deck, it doesn't stream the assets properly. It just, but whatever. The good news is it seems like it's going to have an M.2 SSD slot. Hopefully, Sony makes that where it's easily accessible. Haptic function, I expected that. Dual mics, touchscreen, duh. Now, this is interesting. They're expecting it to have a USB-C port that gives you video out capability. So I guess if you just want to get this upcoming PlayStation 6, let's just call it PSP or PS Portable, you'll be able to hook it up to your TV and use it as a home console as well. I like that. They're saying that this is also going to come out in fall 2027 or even an early 2028 release date. It's going to have a 15-watt total board power, so they're looking to make it efficient. You're not going to be getting 40+ watts out of it like you are with a lot of the other Steam Deck competitors. But again, this is a console, and they could do more wizardry with less wattage. This kind of concerns me, even though it's going to be based on Zen 6. They're only going to have 4 cores in there. I'm sure they're going to be multi-threaded cores, but even in a dedicated console, a quad core in 2028 is kind of lunacy. I mean, even Nintendo, I understand these are Zen cores and way more powerful, but even Nintendo with their ARM chip has 8 cores. But nonetheless, again, optimizations for a portable console, maybe I'm overlooking into that. And of course, you can't compare the ARM cores compared to x86 Zen cores that are going to be in the PS6 and PS6 handheld. So maybe that's kind of a dumb comparison, but nonetheless, I expected more than just having 4 physical cores. Now, the PlayStation 6 handheld is going to have 12 to 20 RDNA 5 compute units, which is kind of insane. It's fairly impressive. Hopefully the CPU only being 4 cores doesn't hold it back. And those are going to be running at 1.6 to 2 gigahertz. And it's going to have LPDDR5X memory running at 7,500 megahertz with 128-bit bus. And this portable console's rasterization performance is going to be about half the PS5. Ray tracing is expected to be
just reading it
better.
Bro,
they're also saying that the Canis Portable will be able to outperform the Xbox Ally X performance. Not because Sony was targeting that. It's just going to have, by the time they come out with it, it's going to have newer tech. And even though it's only a quad-core processor and running at a lower total board power, they're still going to be able to beat it because it's just newer and faster and more efficient. So there you go. So it seems like Sony is looking to bring back consumers that they lost due to the price of the PlayStation 5. There is still half of PlayStation owners that are still playing on a PS4 that haven't upgraded to a PS5.
Oh God, you got
almost
hair
5 years
all
after the
over
console's
me.
launched. And what Sony is saying is that, yeah, okay, we got to make a more powerful console. Obviously, we're not going to PS6. It's just a PS5 Pro with the 6 next to it. It's going to perform better. It's going to do better with ray tracing, definitely. But they don't want to go knee deep into the hardware and make it insane.
I think Sony would be stupid to try and just compete with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, they really don't have to. I think, if anything, it will be a companion console to the main console that you get. And if anything, it will be like a receiver that's capable of playing downgraded versions of those games in an offline or fucking handheld mode. But when you go to play it in the house, you can dock it like the Switch. I don't think they need to compete with the Nintendo Switch, to be honest. I don't think they do. Why would they? They defeated Xbox. They really did. I mean, Games Pass did, but anyway.
Expensive. They see that the market is being turned off by the high prices. I mean, for Christ's sake, they just increased the price of the original Switch now in the States. They increased the prices of the Xbox Series S and X. And Sony realizes if people can't afford your hardware, they're not going to be buying your games, where they make up a lot of their money with licensing, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And if they're not buying your games and accessories because they can't afford your hardware, you're not going to be making money. So they have to make the price to entry cheaper. And this is speculation, and it could be more expensive. But they're saying that the next generation PlayStation, the PS6, is going to be $499 US. At least that's what they're targeting. Again, grain of salt, but that's a good sign. Now, in terms of how I feel about the PS6 handheld, I am glad it's coming out, and I think it's going to be awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. It's especially if they just bring all the PS6 games cut down to the PS6 portable. They're calling it Canis. Yes, I'm looking at the screen right now, Canis. That's great. But are we going to be in another Xbox Series S and X situation where developers are required to make their games also run on this PlayStation 6 portable, where it could kneecap the games? That's happened with the Series X and S. A lot of people consider the Series S this generation as an albatross around the neck of what developers could do with current gen hardware. Hopefully this isn't the same with the PS6 portable, or we'll see if Sony is actually going to make it where the games aren't required to be on the PS6 portable along with the PS6, but that would suck too. So you have this portable version of your home console. That's what they seem to be considering it. But then you're going to say, nah, this game is this first party big game that we have coming out for the PS6 is too much for the PS6 portable. Sucks, can't play it on there. That would kind of defeat the purpose, especially when we have these portable consoles now from whether it be Valve or Asus or Xbox or GPD that can play pretty much anything you
Shut the fuck up. I don't need to hear you go on for 4 more minutes about what you think, because what you think is completely stupid. All right, guys, I'm going to get up on out of here. I've been going all day, it feels like. I appreciate you all for watching very much, man. Thank you, guys. And I will be here next time. Have a good day, man. Oh.